All right, I'm back. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I had to hear what these people had to say. I am in shock, yo. I am in shock. What an unbelievable stoppage that was. Don't get me wrong. He might have still stopped them anyway. Uh, but wow. I'm at a loss for words. Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter stopping the fight immediately as soon as his son felt a little bit of heat. Kenny Porter stopped the fight. This is crazy to me, man. I gotta wait to see who comes in here, man. This is crazy. Um, and yo, the craziest part, the craziest part about it that really disappointed me about this whole stoppage is the fact that when they asked Kenny Porter, he said he tried to throw Sean under the bus. He tried to say that he indirectly tried to say that Sean wasn't listening to him, basically. Indirectly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just disrespectful. Sean Porter fought a hell of a fight. He did extremely well in the fight. I thought he was losing going into round 10 by one round. I was scoring it round by round on Twitter. I thought that he won. I thought he was up going into 6, and I thought after 8 it was even. I thought he lost round 9, and I thought obviously we saw he got stopped in round 10. But that was just, I mean, I don't know what to say, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna let you guys in the chat kind of give me your opinions on it. But that was one of the worst, uh, you know, not, I mean, I've seen terrible stoppages, but that was one of them. That was definitely up there. And then not only was it a bad stoppage, it was a bad representation from his father by basically trying to throw his son under the bus. All he had to say was, "That's my son. I love him, and I don't want to see him get hurt." That's all he had to say. He didn't have to sit there and be like, "Yo, my son wasn't listening. I'd have breakfast with him every morning. You feel me? That's how you know his ego got in the way of it. That's how you know he thinks he's the fighter. That's the problem with these coaches and these fighters a lot of the times. They think they're the fighter. Your son did an immaculate job. He fought arguably the best fighter in the boxing game right now, and he was winning the fight leading up until round 9, which I thought he lost. I thought he was down by 1 point. He still had a chance to turn the fight around. You went ahead, you stopped it, and then from there, you're going to sit there and blame him. Like that was horrible, man. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what to say, man. You know, that was just bad. I'm going to see if I can get somebody in here real quick. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just disappointed with Kenny Porter. He's just like, I hope that the Breakfast Club gives him Donkey of the Day on Monday. You know what I'm saying? He deserves Donkey of the Day. You know what I mean? I'm saying it publicly. It don't matter. I don't care about his feelings, how I feel about it. That was disrespectful how he did his son. You know what I'm saying? His son fought a hell of a fight. You know what I mean? And I just thought that was just terrible, man. Just keep it real. Say you don't want to see your boy get hurt. That's all you had to say. I don't want to see my boy get hurt. That was it. I thought he fought a good fight. As soon as he got a little bit hurt, I wasn't sure how he was going to respond, so I stopped the fight. That's all you got to say. You feel me? That's all you got to say. And you know what? I think the people would respect that. I thought the people would respect that. You feel me? Like, let me go ahead and bring Steve Upshur in, professional boxer Steve Upshur. Steve, I'm about to put the link right here in the chat. Steve Upshur, click that. Just sent the link to Eddie Chambers. I don't know if Eddie's up right now. I'm pretty sure he saw that. That was crazy. They need to give Kenny Porter Donkey of the Day on Monday. You heard? He needs Donkey of the Day. You went ahead, you disrespected your son after he put his heart, he could have went out on his shield a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Eddie, I just sent you the link. Get in here, man. We got to talk about that bullshit.
Yeah. I
sent you the link.
Now.
All right, cool.
Yo, that's crazy.
I'm going to get your opinion when you get in here. Save it. Eddie will talk to me about the whole fight on the phone, forgetting that we got a podcast right here that we want to talk to the people about. But, yo, that was disrespectful. Donkey of the Day goes to Kenny Porter. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it now. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. If I was Sean Porter, I would have fired him right there on the spot. I'd be like, your dad, you're fired. Thank you for everything. You're fired. You gotta go. That was disrespectful. I don't care how far he brought you in your career. These fathers need to stop the bullshit, man. Cut it the F out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out. Like, your son fought great. He got hurt. Yes. He might have got stopped. Yes. He probably would have lost. Yes. But oh, he didn't do the training I told him to do. He didn't do this that I told him. Man, cut it out. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. Goofy, man. That's what he is. He's definitely a goofy, man. He needs to be fired. I feel so disrespected. I feel like he did it to me. That's how disrespectful it is. I feel like he did it to me. I'm mad for Sean right now. I'm really mad for Sean right now because Sean is a warrior. He's never shown any signs of not being a warrior. He is a true warrior. He looked great. He was winning the fight going into round 7. He was only losing, in my opinion, by 1 round going into round 10. You feel me? And you're going to go ahead and take it from him the moment. He wasn't even hurt. He was pissed. He was like, man, this is some bull crap. Like, he was pissed. He was mad at himself. He wasn't hurt. He was mad at himself. That was corny as hell, man. That was so corny. Ladies and gentlemen, like, that was so corny, man. Like, unbelievable. In my DJ Khaled voice, he's got to go. That was so corny, man. Like, oh, man. That just ruined the great night of boxing. The whole card was lit. Donkey of the day goes to Kenny Porter. Simple as that. I'm going to tweet that right now. I'm going crazy on Twitter. Donkey of the day goes to Kenny Porter. You know what I'm saying? Donkey of the day goes to Kenny Porter, man. That was horrible, man. We got the one and only Fast Eddie Chambers. What's going on, man? What did you think about that, bro? What did you think about the stoppage? Did you hear what Kenny Porter had to say after the fight?
I don't like 100% what he said. What he said after the fight. I mean, I think that kind of undermines
100% of what he said. I didn't like 100% of what he said.
No, I just think because it undermined what they did in camp, and it kind of undermines how he came into the fight. Because he came into the fight looking ready to me, but that's me. But then again, it's like, and this is sometimes why father-son relationships are tough, and I've been one, so I know. It's because sometimes, it's hard to, step aside from being a dad and just being a trainer and a coach and an advisor to your son and not try to still, you're still going to want to be a dad. You're still going to want to tell them what to do, what they need to do, and what you think is best for them. And at this age and at this level of experience, which honestly his dad has never experienced this as a fighter, this level of fighting, I'm not saying his dad doesn't know better or doesn't know how to guide his son, but I think Sean knows enough about what he needs to get to the level he's at, because he's been there. He's already there. Now they got a good relationship going, and his dad is the trainer, and his dad is supposed to enforce certain things, but sometimes you're asking a little much. And I think he was performing actually pretty well. He was doing good shit. He was in, just like I said, he was going to make it one of Terrence Crawford's hardest fights, if not the hardest fight that he's ever had. Now he ended up, getting the stoppage and hurting him and all that. But early on, man, he was in the middle rounds. He was in his ass. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of his style. He's gonna be like that with just about anybody he fights.
Now,
you know what I mean?
This is my thing. I don't have a problem with the stoppage to the point of you're scared for your son's health. I get it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, but it was what he said in the interview that rubbed me the wrong way.
That's what I'm saying.
He threw his son under the bus. Oh, he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and blah, blah, blah. And he ain't listen to me. When you get to a certain point, you think that you know it all. Like, cut it out, bro. Cut it out.
And check it out. My dad, we were on HBO, Boxing After Dark, I think it was at the time. My dad gets on there. Now, he didn't have a camera in his face necessarily, but he said, "Oh, fuck the basketball, the swimming, and all that shit that you think you doing is gonna help us." And it's like, damn, you just basically undermine everything we did in camp. Basically said we were doing bullshit and we didn't train hard. But that's sometimes how parents feel, and when they're in a situation like that where it's like, God damn it, see, I told you, you shouldn't have done this. I told you, if Sean would have did everything that Kenny Porter told him to do, he still might have had the same outcome. Doesn't mean that anything would have changed.
All he had to say, Eddie, all he had to say is, "I love my son. I don't want to see him get hurt."
Yeah, of course.
Case closed. Case closed. I wouldn't be here shooting a rant.
Hey,
I would have still been annoyed.
Hey, I like the shirt, man. That's real nice.
Yo, you like that, man?
I like the shirt.
I said, man, I'm gonna rep my boy.
I like
Eddie.
that.
Hold on, man.
That's
We gotta bring in that boy Showtime.
Oh goodness, this dude came in. This dude here.
Steve.
Turn the goddamn lights on, nigga.
Hold up. I got the lights on
your damn face.
TV and shit. Hold up.
That boy got the lights on. He got a whole vibe going on over there.
I know you ain't got the damn
going on over there.
I know you ain't got the colorful lights. Oh, you gotta stop. Nigga, please.
Yo, believe it or not, that should have raised your light bill like $30 in no time.
Why the hell do you got it on?
I ain't that big of, I don't know.
Y'all be trying to get nasty in the room and y'all turn the strobe light on. Cut it out, man. With that
This the living room, bitch.
Hey, that don't mean shit. Hey, sometimes that makes it interesting.
Steve, talk to me. What you thought?
That's some bullshit.
Hey, hold on, Steve. What does that sound like to you?
I said that's what I said on the comment. That's just Big Eddie.
Right there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I told you. I just told him.
Here's the thing. Like when I said it, people went back and watched it. They were like, "Damn, he did say that. He did." I'm like, "What the fuck? You think I'd be lying?" Like, yes, he said it. I know. We dealt with that. Like Eddie,
for years.
Like, yeah, for years. Like you, like that. But Mr. Kenny, Mr. Kenny, like, you know what I mean? That's Sean's dad. You know what I mean? Like, we cool with him.
Yeah.
But like, he's delusional. Like, he is. Like, when it comes to certain stuff, he's delusional. Like how he says that Sean beat me twice in the amateurs. We never fought.
I was about to say, I never.
And Sean, and you know what? This is partly Sean's fault because he let it go. I like every time I'll be like, "Hey, Sean, like tell him we never fought." He'd be like, like he just laugh it off. Like, damn, his dad controls him. He just moved out from with his dad. He was just allowed to move out from with his dad, like probably 3-4 years ago. And he lived right across the street from me.
Yeah. And that's why that happened. You see what he just said, what he did. Look, man, that's what happens when you got a guy in control. And I was just saying that. It's like, it's not that the camp was bad. It's not that they didn't do what he thought. They just didn't do what he wanted to do at the time he wanted to have it done. I'm telling you, Sean was in shape. Ain't no way you're gonna get in there with a dude at that level, do what he was doing, give him all that work, put all that effort in, and not be ready. Like, come on, bro. Don't lie to yourself. He did that because he wasn't happy with what happened in camp, not the preparation in the sense that it wasn't enough. The preparation in the sense that he didn't do what he thought he should have done because it was what he wanted. I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's how it goes.
This is the thing. So Kenny Porter is the Floyd Mayweather of trainers now.
Yeah,
like what he says is gonna make you not ever lose.
That's what it is. That's what people. That's what he feels.
Like
just like my dad.
But
love my dad to death, but that's what he feels.
But listen to this. He's never said this before out loud. What he said just now.
Yeah,
Coach Anthony, you agree? Like we've never heard.
I've never heard that.
We've never heard Coach. We never heard Coach Kenny say this after any other fight, right?
No, of course not. There's only the fight. There's only this one.
But he's lost. He's lost before.
Yeah.
So you don't have all the answers.
Yeah. So you can't.
What I mean? Like what the fuck? Like you know what I feel like? You know what I feel like happened? Sean started getting more sloppy, a little more desperate because he started feeling himself getting tired.
Yeah, maybe
He
that
felt
could have
like
been
he
it too.
couldn't keep up the same sharpness that he was keeping up all those other rounds, and he could see Bud starting to close in. So he's like, "Fuck, I gotta do something to maybe clip him with one of these right hands, get him up off me, because he's starting to put the pressure on now, and I'm starting to feel like I can't keep doing what I was doing." I feel like that's what happened.
That could be. That could have been another issue,
Like,
and that's
he
probably
started
why
going
he
for
said what he
broke.
said, huh?
He started going for broke. He started getting hit more.
Nah, he started fighting sloppy, and I thought, like I said, going into round 6, I had Sean winning 4 rounds to 2. Going into 8, I had it even 4-4. I thought that Crawford won round 9, so I thought going into the 10th, Crawford was up by 1 point, and then obviously he got stopped. So the fight went like this, and then it started slowly going like that. I knew that he was gonna get caught at some point. It looked like it was that way. I didn't think he was gonna get dropped in the 10th like that. And honestly, I believe he was gonna get stopped regardless. But
I didn't think.
You still got to give him a chance. You still got to give him a chance because he was so competitive in the fight, and the way he swings, he's always one punch away from changing the tide of the fight back to his direction. So I just think that Kenny, prematurely stopped it, but then to not own up to the fact that you just did that because you were scared for your son's health and try to blame the fight on your son as if your as if your son didn't fight his ass off. That was corny as hell to me. It ain't even the stoppage. It was what he said when they interviewed him. Don't get me wrong, the stoppage annoyed me too, but that really annoyed me.
I was shocked. I didn't think. I was like,
I was too. Because Sean was with it. Like, he was all the way there. He was mad that he got hit with that.
He was on the ground pounding on the floor, dog. He wasn't.
So he wasn't gone.
There.
He looked like fuck, man. Like
what the fuck is going on?
I know that feeling when I got dropped one time in sparring, and that's exactly how I reacted when I hit the ground. I said, "Fuck, this bitch nigga caught me with this shot."
You remember me, Eddie?
Yeah, I seen it.
The only time I touched the canvas, and it happens to be right in front of Eddie and his girl. Like, I look over and Eddie's shaking his head at me, and I'm like, and I hit the ground like, I can't believe I'm sitting here right now.
Yeah, it's more
and what happened? What happened?
I got up and taxed that ass.
And
like, I had to fix.
And I went up to the motherfucking corner.
Over to the corner and cussed me out.
Because I'm like, yo, this dude ain't supposed to be touching you. Who the fuck is he? You know what I'm saying? Like, just do what you're supposed to instead of getting caught with them bullshit shots. You know what I mean? You want to look. Everybody wants to make an impression. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing you can do is get caught and put on your ass for trying to make it. Like, fuck all that. Win the fight. After you win the fight, then we make that. That's the impression you needed to make. Fuck all the other shit. Win the fight first. And that's the thing that I wish I would have fucking thought of so many times. Even with like Vladimir, like when we was talking in the corner, you should have said that shit to me. Like, nigga, fuck the impression you gonna make by beating this nigga from 1 to 12, nigga. Just win. Yeah. Who gives a fuck how many rounds you win? If you win the fight, just try to win more than him. That's the most important part, isn't it? It's just it's unfortunate some of the shit that happens, but whatever.
The whole card was lit though. Did you guys watch it from the beginning?
I seen
that Indom fight. I could have done without seeing that.
But I was really impressed with.
I like the kid. The other kid was pretty good.
The other kid, who is he gonna beat? Who he gonna beat?
I don't know. Honestly, because that division stuff. Anyway, I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know who he's gonna beat.
But you know who he's not gonna beat.
Yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers there.
So that's why I could have seen without doing it. I mean, that's why I could have went without seeing it.
But you know what it is? It's like adding to the roster of motherfuckers. It's like add to, the roster of people that are potentially put in fights that could make things interesting. And Styles make fights. Anything can happen. Not saying he's gonna win, but he'll get in there and maybe look good against a guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it may be a super elite guy. He may win a fight here or there, but it's just adding to the roster of motherfuckers that's out there. That's
what weight was that fight at again?
160. Yeah, I think it was 160. The last 2 fights actually.
What would you think? What you think he would do with Andre?
Hey, look, I just watched Andre and Quigley.
Yeah, you saw that. I watched that yesterday. He got him out of there.
He got him out of there quick. So I mean,
Well,
I don't anticipate it being. I think the kid's a little more crafty than that. I think he'll last longer than Quigley.
Tonight is way better than Quigley.
Yeah. That's what I said. He'll do better than Quigley. He'll be in there. But I think, of course, Andre is going to get him. Going to eventually get him. But it's just going to be. And the only thing about Demetrius,
how about the kid before that? Did y'all see the kid before that? The Spanish kid. What was his name? Raymond Muratala. Did you guys get a chance to see him?
Wait. No.
I feel like you just butchered that name.
He looked really good. That was a hard name to say, but it was really good.
Yo, I don't know if you heard what he said. Did you hear what he said?
I didn't hear what he said.
He said you just butchered that name, though, and you said that same shit right after. Like, that's a hard name to
say, bro. I'm reading it, and I can't even read this name. Like, but he was good though. He was good.
At least you gave him a shout out, y'all motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah, he's good. He's young. Maybe he was doing a lot of nice stuff, man.
I didn't see that.
He was all there. He was right. He was sharp, sidestepping, ripping shots. Like he was doing some pretty stuff. I
didn't see that one.
Yeah, but
I hate that he ruined the night kind of with that.
Yeah, he ruined the whole vibe. Like the whole fight. I'm sitting up. I'm like, yo, I'm so happy. Like this is just another good fight on the weekly good fights we've been having. The whole fight is good, and then you end it like that. It's kind of like,
you know what?
Trying to be the fucking star of the show. Trying to be the star of the show.
Makes me the most mad. What makes me the most mad and the most sad about it? Because Sean is such a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
Such a good dude.
Yeah.
And I know because I was right there to see it. I know the hurt, like that hurt. That hurt Sean. That hurt Sean to lose. But then that on top of the losing,
that's fucked up.
I seen it happen with Eddie.
Yeah,
like I seen it. Everybody telling Eddie, you don't remember I cussed, I called everybody out in the dressing room.
Yeah, in the court. Yeah, of course.
I told everybody, Goose and everybody, yo, shut the fuck up. Everybody telling Eddie what he could have did, this and that, this and that.
Yeah. Like they fight.
Like I was like, y'all got something to say? Say it to me. Say it to me. Do what you're saying to me. Otherwise, shut up. And
you could have just done this against. You could have done this against a big motherfucker that could box. Like you couldn't have done a motherfucking thing, and that's a fact. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Fighters get in the ring and fight and do what they can. Now, I'm not saying that if you can do the most and kick the dude's ass and get him out of there easy, that's one thing. But when we in there and we're separated by this fucking much, and we working hard and doing all this fucking work to prepare to get in there, and then when we get in there after we lose, you throw us under the bus, basically saying, "Oh, you didn't prepare like he could have. He wasn't in this kind of shape, or he didn't." Like that's bullshit, bro. Like you said, I fucking this is what I was doing for a living. That's my business. This is what I do.
This was gonna happen, y'all. I can see it now because I done been around these kind of people for all of my boxing coaching career, and what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna ask him what you thought about the fight, and he's gonna say, "Man, that motherfucker Sean ain't listened to me. I told him."
That's basically what he said.
I told him that he needed to get that right sparring. I told him, you know what I'm saying? He gonna act like he had the plan, and Sean didn't listen to the plan, and that's why he lost. As opposed to saying he started fading as the fight went on, and that's what happened.
Yeah, let's look at it this way. Who else has Mr. Kenny made?
I don't know. I ain't seen anybody. No disrespect, but I ain't seen anybody. I ain't trying to hate on him.
But look, we got Calvin Ford there. We got let's see who else. Shit. Nazem. Wait, we had Nazem Richardson. We had Emmanuel Stewart. They built a lot of people.
More than one.
Never heard them say nothing, no shit like that.
Yeah.
Now they've been proven to have the plan with a lot of different people that they built from the ground. You know what I mean? But they never once threw anybody under the bus.
I would never do this to one of my fighters that fought, that put their heart out. Matter of fact, even if my fighter clearly lost because of, even if it was the truth, I would not say that publicly. I would in the
Nah.
public say the better man won tonight. Back to the drawing board. See y'all again. And I'm gonna maybe rein my fighter out in the back, like, yo, man.
Yeah, that's something you do in the back. You don't do that shit in front of people.
If I even wanted to do that, I might not even do that to the fighter. I might just say,
not that night.
Back to the gym now. I hope you listen to me.
Not that night.
Yeah, like
he been through enough.
Day, Sean fought well. There was no reason to throw him under the bus. He fought fantastic. He did better than I thought he was gonna do, to be honest with you.
Honestly, I thought he was gonna be just mauling the whole time, but he actually did some slick shit. He was getting in and out, doing a couple of things. Now he started trying to maul him and stuff. I feel like he started doing that more when he started to get a little tired and toward the end of the fight, just start trying to just like do the roughhouse shit, go into the default mode. You know what I mean?
But him out too.
Yeah, trying to bring him down to his level, and it just wasn't working. And then when Buzz started catching him with them counter shots, and he landed a few at different points in the fight that I was like, oh shit, he took that shit, and it surprised me. And I mean, well, not really, because Sean, like, when he fought fucking Earl Spence, he was taking crazy leather too.
Oh, yeah.
In that fight, he was taking a lot of shit.
He took some with Thurman too,
and Thurman, yeah,
and Danny.
Yeah, that's like, goddamn. You would have thought this motherfucker would have had some miles on him by now, which, I mean, yeah, he does, but it took Crawford to actually show it. Now, I don't want to start saying shit like, well, he's faded now. He's not. I don't want to say he's done.
He put in a lot of good rounds. There was no signs of fading. There was no signs of fading in there.
Sean got 2-3 more years of boxing left in his
3 good years.
Yeah, I think that Sean is still a freaking a top-notch opponent for anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel like a crackhead. I keep scratching and shit.
Like, don't get me wrong. Listen, don't get me wrong. Look, Sean was only a few rounds away from. If he would have just made a few adjustments, he could have won the fight tonight.
Yeah.
He could have won the fight with some good.
I want to see what the official judges looked like.
That's what I wanted to see too. Like, I wanted to see what
they usually say that.
Yeah, they said it was close. All they said was it was close at the time of the stoppage, but they didn't get no cards. I would have liked to see what the fuck they were.
They'll show them at some point.
Yeah,
and the next day or so.
So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford now that y'all seen what y'all seen?
And it's gonna look like he wanted no parts of it the way he left like that.
Let me go ahead and throw an extra name in there.
Who's that?
What do y'all think about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford right now?
Oh,
it don't look like he wanted that.
You Earl Spence? You think? You
the way he you ain't seen him leave?
I seen him leave, but it was like, I think it was like more out of disappointment in the stoppage. I think it was like, come on, man, why you fucking?
I agree with you. I feel like right now, Errol Spence feels like how we feel.
Yeah, like what the fuck was that about?
That was whack.
And plus, he probably like, I ain't fucking with Crawford like that anyway. This nigga, you know what I mean? Like, not to, he just probably ain't. He like, I don't want to see him win, especially like that against a dude like Sean Porter. I felt like Sean should have got to at least to the end of the fight, and he probably felt like it was close, like most everybody else did.
Yeah.
So he was probably like disappointed in the outcome. You know what I mean?
I feel like he left. I feel like he left because he knew all the questions and all that was coming.
Yeah, well,
directly after that fight. So he left as soon as he seen that happening. I'm out.
Yeah. It was a little bit of disappointment on, and he's like, I don't feel like hearing this comparing me and him.
He wanted Crawford to lose.
100%. Definitely wanted him to lose. And if he said no, that's not true, he's lying.
Well, what does that mean then? Well, what does that mean?
If he wants to see Crawford lose? No, I don't know. He wants to be the best. He want to be the top guy. He's
exactly, but he don't want to beat him to prove it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Not that he's scared of him. I just don't think he likes him that much. Like, it's like
he don't want to fight him.
The satisfaction of fighting him.
Maybe that. I honestly, I don't know. Like, that could be it. Though.
Honestly, he feels like he needs him to make the money.
At this point,
which actually I think so.
Yeah, because those two are the biggest. I feel like the two biggest names at this point in that division. And yeah, in order for anything to be, he's right now considered, no doubt about it, above everybody in that division, no doubt. So, but still, with Spence still being out there, and the fact that he got a win over his biggest opponent too, you still got to say that even though Terrence probably right now they raised them up a little bit higher, it still would be like he needs to have that fight with Spence in order to really prove like who's the best. And like even like, and I like what Crawford said. He was like, "Yo, he's like, look, we're all great. You know what I mean? Styles make fights, man. Maybe I get in, maybe, not maybe I get in there with him, but, at any point, anybody can get beat. You know what I'm saying? We're all great. It's just the style difference and the style matchups that make the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I like what he said, and that's true. Maybe Spence gets in there with him and fucks him up. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It can happen like that. Styles make fights.
I mean, I feel like Spence is so, like, I feel like he has he has good defense, and he's strong. Like, he comes forward. But I don't know.
Hold on. Well, I missed it, man. I was zoned out for a second thinking about this Black Friday 75% sale that I got on all my courses right now, all my bundles, 75% off. You can go
I'm
ahead.
about to get in on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nigga, what's the deal?
Eddie, all the courses that we've done, I got them at 75% off. Not only did I do it 75% off, I bundled them, right? So basically, they can buy more than one at a discounted price, and on top of that, I'm giving them 75% off, and Black Friday ain't till next week, and I started the sale 2 days ago. I'm basically giving this stuff away, Eddie. I apologize. I know that we put a lot of effort into it.
Thank you for apologizing to me for that shit.
I'm trying to get the people to see all the beautiful work, all the punches you threw with all that beautiful form. But anyway, make a long story short, what was y'all saying just now before I zoned out?
I forgot. I got a boxer's brain. I don't know what
we were talking about the Crawford and Spence.
Yeah.
Like what the breakdown like of what we think would happen or could happen in that fight. And I think with Spence, I feel like Spence is just like stronger, sturdy, like and more like.
Also, after what you saw today, you think Spence can beat Crawford?
I always felt that way.
And you still you don't feel that after the accident,
but I feel like mentally,
situation, you don't think that's gonna come into play. The inactivity in the last couple of years, you don't think that with all these things he's been through as of recent, that can actually change, and now he's actually vulnerable to lose to a guy like Crawford, who's a sharp puncher, obviously got some good power.
Yeah. I mean that could definitely play a part, but he was off. He got in a horrific car accident, and he still came back, and he wore Danny down.
Yeah, he dominated.
He wore Danny down.
But Danny is a very conservative boxer, so it's easy to beat a guy like him compared to a guy like Terrence.
Well, you're right.
Be active. Terrence
is
active at all times of the fight.
But Danny's dangerous though.
Yeah, and not only that,
his defense.
Who you think got a bigger punch, Danny or Terrence? They both seem to be equally, if not Terrence might be hitting hard.
I feel like it's two different types, because Danny's punch is a thudding punch, but it's like one of the one he throws. He's good at throwing when you throw and you don't know that it's coming, and but when it's coming,
no, I ain't gonna lie. I was in the gym with Danny one time, and he was hitting the bag. It felt like shotguns was hitting that bag, like. And I looked over. I'm like, yo, that's Danny hitting the bag like that, like. He punches. When he hits that bag, you can hear it like boom. You're like, yo, that's a welterweight throwing that damn.
Remember, I told you we was in the club one time. Maybe I shouldn't mention that. But we was in the club one time, and I shook hands with him and bumped him like, this little motherfucker is solid and big. I'm like, damn. I mean, he's probably a little heavy at the moment, but I'm like, I'm a heavyweight dude. So I mean, I shouldn't realize the size of him. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, you fight at welterweight.
Well,
and I think he might have been 140 at the time.
Hold up. What? Was you vegan at that time?
Kiss my ass. I wasn't vegan at that time.
He went to shake his hand, all the bones cracked in his hand. He ain't got no protein going through his vein right now.
Veganism is a good thing, whether you believe in shit or not.
Soup. Soybean tofu soup.
Hey,
He's healthy as an ox,
hey,
though.
motherfucker. Listen, hey, I still look youthful, motherfucker.
The healthy ass Jerry curl. Is it?
That's all right, man. Y'all can talk about me. That's all right. Talk about my good choices. How the fuck you gonna talk about somebody?
Like,
How you gonna talk about somebody that don't eat fast food and you do? Like, shut your ass up. I don't want to hear that shit.
He was solid and big. Damn, can we get a pause?
Pause. I didn't hear that. I didn't even think about that when I said it. Okay.
I thought about it, but I was just gonna let you off the hook, man.
All I'm saying is, don't come at me about my good choices and y'all fast food eating motherfuckers, all right? That's all I'm saying. Stop eating Kentucky Fried Rat and shit. I don't want to hear that.
Why I ain't get one of those Team Chamber shirts?
Nigga, I got one here for you. Where you been? Nigga, yeah.
Yo,
That's a
say
nice shirt,
something
isn't it?
chat if y'all
Hey, you remember that? You remember that, right?
Eddie, how can people get these dope Team Chamber shirts? Like, how can we get these? Because obviously I got mine, but I don't know how the people can get theirs. They want it.
If they want it.
I've been getting ever since I wore this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they've been like, "Yo, where you get the Team Chamber shirt?" So Eddie, I need to know.
All right. I'm gonna say this: if you want one of those exclusive Team Chamber shirts that ain't never been seen, but like 10 years ago, but that's it. If you want one of them shirts, just put $100 in my Cash App, and I'll be sure to give you one. No, I'm fucking with you. No. You put it in my Cash App, though, I guarantee I might get you a shirt.
Yeah.
No, real shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we gonna do. We're gonna help Eddie out. I'm gonna get the shirts on my site somehow. And all right, Eddie, how much
that goes for you too?
How much percentage you gonna give me? Because these are gonna sell out, so I want in. Because these shirts are fire. So what percentage do I get?
Oh, you get like the same percentage that you would get, the same percentage that Steve is gonna get from the same shit.
Yo, listen, I don't even want a percentage, y'all. I'm gonna have these shirts.
No.
Look out for the shirt.
No, hold up. See, now those shirts were probably.
Don't you say shit.
No, I'm just saying something. No, listen. You remember Terrence Crawford's his logo?
I did see that. His shit look that shit look
copied off of that.
Damn, do you think he did?
Copyright infringement.
He might have, because my shits was out 10 years ago, nigga. So you can't say I did shit to mine. This I can show you the shirt. It's wrinkled and everything and old.
The thing is, because I had one with my name on it. When I fought Colazzo in 2011.
Eddie.
You did, huh?
Terrence Crawford bid off for you and Canelo bid off for me. Ain't that something?
Motherfuckers, man. Let's get these dudes, man. Straight up. You know what I mean?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Let's rob them niggas.
Yo, why you look like that when you said that?
Let's do that,
Yo, Grammy on the low. I ain't messing with y'all.
Yo, you see the crazy look in my face, nigga? Like I'm ready to roll, son.
He got the Jerry curl and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, hey, I'm like one of them gangsters in the 80s.
You couldn't have had that in jail, though, Eddie.
Hey man, hold on. I ain't going to jail, nigga. What you talking about? An ugly nigga like me with good looking
my shirt
aspects gonna get fucked up.
You know what jersey this is?
Oh my God, Willie Beeman. Yeah, that's right. The Sharks. What the fuck you gonna do with that? Ain't gonna be shit. They're gonna be going after your ass too. So you just better stay out of jail, nigga. Well, I mean, we can fight, but I mean, that's like, I don't know how many niggas we gonna have to fight or how many people we gonna have to fight. So that's gonna take a lot of effort. You gonna have to be in shape.
It just clicked. It just clicked in my head again, man. Like I'm so disappointed in him for doing that.
Yeah, I'm
like I know that he was like in control and all that over Sean and would do stuff, but like that was wow. That was foul. And then at a time where it's like this is Sean's probably only time ever being stopped. He probably was never even stopped as an amateur.
Nah, I don't. I never heard of it.
And then you dog him like that. Come on, man. He went out there and fought his heart out. Ain't nobody getting that ring but him to fight. And you do that to him?
Dog.
Like, that's crazy. And then after you do that to him, say, oh, I'm gonna have he lived right across the street from me. I'm gonna have breakfast with him.
Shit. Like, nigga, no,
Man,
you
I'll
ain't.
knock
I ain't
that
going
whole
to talk
plate
to
on
you
the
for like a
floor
couple
after that.
months.
After that, I'll knock that whole plate on the floor. Every time I see you eating, I'm knocking everything on the floor. Do something.
Yo, y'all
Do
just
something.
killing. Y'all motherfuckers is
Work your
killing me.
plan. Work your plan on me.
Yeah.
Work
Dad,
whatever I said I didn't do.
You gonna
on
beat
me.
your dad? You gonna beat your dad's ass too?
after something like that, it can make you want to.
Shit, hey, you know, you can attest to this. I've felt that way a few times.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we ain't gonna make this live too much more about dads and how fucked up they could be sometimes, even though I love mine to death and God have mercy on them. But listen, remember, there's been times we were in a station wagon on the way to the gym and he jumped out the car and threatened to beat my ass. That's all I'm saying. You want me to stop the car? You know, Kurt and Gary and shit will be saying that recently, like periodically. Hey, don't make me get out this car, Eddie. You know, that kind of shit. You know, because that's how. Because they know the stories. But that's how trainers and can be. The trainers, you know, fathers, because he's our father basically, right? You see how he was. He was when they have so much control, and then it gets to a point where they're losing it. They're gonna blame everything on you, and that's just what happened.
And he knew you was nicer though, Eddie.
Yeah, it was.
Because he never I
don't know who that is.
He would get belligerent with me, but he ain't never threatened to stop the car because he thought that I might take him up on that offer.
He knew I wasn't gonna do that shit. I'm too goddamn nice, man.
I would have never. He would have got out of the car. I'd have stayed in the car.
You would have done the same thing I did. Your punk ass. Hold on. Let me. I gotta charge my phone. I'm sorry, gentlemen. This is bootleg. I apologize.
Pete, get in here, Pete. I'm sending a link.
Don't call me gentleman. Like
bring my.
I'm okay, General. What you want me to say, madam? Like, I don't know. What you want me to say, Steve?
So, Coach Ant.
Yo.
So you're telling me you think Spence will be the underdog in that fight in the betting odds
against Crawford?
Yeah,
I do. Yes. I think he would be the underdog because he hasn't fought consistently since he got in the car accident, and Crawford's been stopping guys. I think that Crawford have a slight edge on him as far as the betting odds go. Only based off of what we know as far as his outside life. That's the only reason, you know what I'm saying? But if it was back before he got into the accident, it'd be probably 50-50 or even slightly more for Errol, you know what I mean?
But I can agree with you on that. I can agree with all those points. But let's look at this. He's stopping everybody after Spence has stopped him. I mean, well, beat him. After Spence has beat him. I ain't gonna say stopped him, but after Spence has beat him.
Right. Well, yeah, because for whatever reason, Crawford wasn't getting the fights when he was supposed to get the fights.
Yeah, you're right. But would it have been the same outcome?
I don't know.
The thing is, I never thought that.
Eddie, why are you looking like that right now, dog? Check it out.
Ain't that
you see Eddie's teeth right now. Yo, what is going on?
Hey, that's the shit. That's my setup, my new setup.
Hey,
I'm lying my ass off. I got the lights on.
Remember back in
the what is going on?
Remember back when they had those cartoons and
the shut up.
Racist cartoons in the in the newspaper.
Yo, stop, man. I'm trying to. I can't put the phone. Shut up. Hold on.
We got you. Hold on.
Who else is left?
Pete, what's going on, cuz?
Bro, y'all be playing.
What up?
I'm back.
What up?
Gentlemen, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
What's up, Pete? What you thought?
I had the fight just like you, but the father just took a big dump on the whole thing, bro. I couldn't believe it.
So what didn't you like about it other than the obvious? Let me just hear it from you as a pro fighter. What did you see? What did you not like?
As his father dissing him, just throwing him under, just like you said, throwing him under the bus. You don't do that ever, bro. You never talk bad about your fighter, especially after putting up a fight. He was in the fight still, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, just like you said, it was gonna end, with him winning, but still, he was, one of those looping right hands, and who knows what would happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. He was still in the fight, and just like one of you guys just said right now, it's not like he was hurt. He was, he was still in the fight. He was pissed off. He was like, yo, nah, let's keep it going. And the father's gonna throw you're gonna throw in the towel like that, yo. If you see him get hurt again, then I could say, okay, you throw the towel in. But the dude wasn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he didn't know where he was at. He just got caught. You know what I'm saying? And I was already watching that in the round before that. I was like, yo, Crawford's timing him to catch him with the uppercut when he's coming, because he was getting a little reckless.
He handed that uppercut pretty times.
He was getting reckless. He was getting the round before that. I saw it coming, and up until the 7th round or the 8th round, I had to fight one round for Porter, if not even almost. But then for the father to, just to diss him just like that in front of the world, get out of here, bro. Who does that? I've seen the toughest fathers and sons, father being a coach and the son being the fighter. One I saw a lot as a kid was Wilfredo Benitez and his father, Gregorio, en paz descanse. God rest his soul. But that was a tough. His father was like crazy, and then everybody saw Tito's father slap the crap out of him in the corner. You know what I'm saying?
With that a couple times.
You never heard the father diss the son just like he did in front of the world. You don't.
Yeah, even when he had to throw in the towel, when Bernard stopped him, they took it on the chin.
Exactly.
And that was it. They never talked about it. They never, you know what I'm saying? They kept it 100 and took it for what it was. He got his ass whooped. That was it.
Let me tell you something. Everybody did, they were hating on me because I told everybody, I said, bro, that's not a good fight for Tito. He's going to lose. Oh, what type of Boricua are you? I was like, yo, I'm a boy. I'm more Boricua than all of you motherfuckers put together. But I'm a fighter. That's not a good fight for Tito.
Hey, Steve. Remember when we was talking to Brian, and Brian said that shit, and we was like, nah, man, because we was Trinidad guys back then, especially with my dad.
Knocking everybody out.
And we was trying to he gonna beat Bernard. We was sitting there watching the fight, like, wow, man.
Wow.
Because we couldn't at the time, we were kids, we were young. Yeah. We in boxing and everything, but we're young, so we still looking like we impressionable. We like Tito, man. We want to see him win. And we was just so surprised. Now, looking back on it, we didn't have a damn chance.
If I knew what I knew now, I would have made money that day.
Yeah, exactly. Easy fight. I was like, wow.
I made tons of money that day, bro.
I wish I was old enough to make it.
I knew the game back then, but at that time, I only been freaking boxing for what? When that happened? 2000?
Was that it? Was it? When was that?
I only been boxing 2 years when that happened. Yeah. That's how young I was into my boxing life, because that was in 2001.
Was that? That was 01. Was that 01?
I only been boxing 2 years.
Yeah, I had been boxing for 4.
Yeah, so
I was obviously a little longer.
I didn't know shit at that time. You box for 2 years, you still don't know shit. You still a baby, like.
Yeah, so but even then, if you're young.
I already had one career and I was coming back into it for
you an OG.
So I already knew it. I was like, nah, this ain't happening.
Yeah, because I was actually in my gym. Lou Duva used to have all his fighters at the time. Like he had Alexis Trujillo, what's his name? Alexis Trujillo. Then of course you had Emmanuel Augustus, and you had, Kasim Uma, and then you had all them guys at that time. They all picked Hopkins, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't be serious," And they're like, "I'm telling you, watch." Blah, blah. And sure enough, Hopkins won that fight. So all the guys who've been boxing for some time, they knew.
They knew.
For real.
I was like, nope. Oh, yo, everybody, they just like, oh, you ain't nobody, like you ain't there. I'm like, you stupid.
There's 2 Trinidad fights you could have made money off of. That one and when he fought Winky Wright.
Oh my gosh.
That went exactly how I called it. I just didn't think that it would go exactly like I said.
I knew Winky was going to beat Tito. I knew.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, because we saw the first one.
I didn't think it was going to be exactly how I called it.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to
because at that time Winky was hot. I was like, "There's no way Tito could beat Winky, bro." Winky was he was too good at that shit.
Them little surprise jabs killed him all night.
To get to the point of all of this, you never saw Tito's father throw him under the bus ever.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's your son. You gotta just all he had to say was, "Look, guys, I know I might have stopped it a little premature, but that's my son, and you know what? I don't want to see him get hurt. I didn't think he could win the fight, so that was my coaching / father decision. That's what I did. I take this one." And everybody would have respected it. I don't think anybody said shit after that. They'd have been like, "You gotta respect it." But instead,
I was shocked, man. I ain't gonna lie.
This motherfucker ain't do what I told him to do. I eat breakfast with him every morning. What the hell eating breakfast every morning got to do with anything, dog? Like, what the, you feel me? You could tell his ego was in the way. His ego was in the way.
We wanted to make the show about him.
Yep.
A lot of times that's what happens. You live it through your son in a lot of ways, and you're getting your fame through that. And it's unfortunate that he just all of a sudden he's trying to make it about him. Forget Sean and all the work he put in. I'm the one that he should have been listening to. I'm the guy. And it's like, I got respect for Ken. He's a nice guy. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. But, at the end of the day, you don't do shit like that. That's just not cool. That's been bad taste. It really is.
Horrible.
Yeah, so we all in agreement on that. So now what? Now where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where does Terrence Crawford go from here? Where does Sean Porter go from here?
You saw Spence leave right away.
Mm-hmm. I think
Terrence Crawford might give Boots a chance.
I want to.
What do you think? What do you think about that fight based off of what you just saw? Is Boots better? Eddie said, "Yep."
Bro, to be honest with you, I mean, look, I'm gonna say it like this. All right, I'll say this. He still needs more experience. I think he needs to see a little bit of adversity from somebody. I don't know if he's gonna get it, but I feel like he needs to see some adversity from somebody before he gets in there with a guy like that, because he can get shocked. You know what I'm saying? He can get in there all excited and then be winning and doing well like I know he can, and then get caught with some shit or put in a situation he ain't never been in before and not be really understand what he needs to do in that situation. That's the only thing I can see. That's my opinion. I got all the respect for Bud. He's the man right now in that division, but
yeah, but that's I think right now he might give him a chance, because Spence definitely, that fight ain't happening.
He better not.
I don't think
Spence, bro.
The Thurman fight's definitely not happening.
How fast he ran out of there.
Like, he's seen it. He
didn't even wait. They just bounced.
What did you take from that, Pete?
What do you say? What do you say? What's your thoughts when you see him get up and leave like that?
He know he gotta leave. Son. He know he gotta leave. He know they gotta call him out. So he's like, before the shit starts, let me bounce. And that's exactly what happened. Whether he should have the press conference or not is another story, but he don't want no part of that.
Going to that press conference.
The answer 385 says Spence stops, Bud. Y'all crazy. What do you think about that?
We crazy. It ain't no giving like that either one of them stops. This wasn't no giving. This fight wasn't no giving. I didn't think anybody would get stopped in this fight.
No doubt.
I didn't think anybody was going to get stopped in this fight. I thought that they had too much ring IQ and just toughness to get stopped. But
it just came out of nowhere.
And I think that if Mr. Kenny didn't do it, I don't think he would have got stopped.
That's true too.
I actually said I thought Crawford could possibly stop Spence. I did see that.
I did too. but I just didn't think it would happen, especially the way the fight was going.
Like this. Yeah, not at
I
all.
didn't think I didn't think it was going to happen the way this fight was going. 100%. I thought this shit was going to the cards, and maybe Terrence was going to get like a majority.
Yeah. Once the fight was happening, I was like, I couldn't have been more wrong.
Right. I said it before.
But thinking about the fight before it happened, I could
no doubt
how Crawford could have stopped him. You feel me?
Because
of the way Spence plays into his style. You know what I mean?
Man,
you mean Eddie look like Sean Porter a little bit.
Fuck you, Steve, with your bullshit, all right? I don't like everybody. Goddamn, you gonna say I look like?
You gotta say that Sean look like money right now because he's still getting paid regardless.
But he's saying I don't look like the money part. I look like
man to me.
Nah, he's saying that I don't look like the money part of Sean Porter. He said I look like Sean Porter when he got hurt. That's what he's trying to say, motherfucker. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. As long as I'm still in the conversation, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Bastards.
Right. Yeah, man. All right. Well, I guess that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that basically.
Oh,
y'all ready to keep going?
Again? No.
You ready to keep going? Listen, don't.
No. I am not.
Live the other day. You don't want to go to war with me.
No, I ain't asking.
Live the other day, 4 hours I was on here just talking about a bunch of.
No,
anything.
I'm not arguing. I'm just like, damn, really, Ed? Like when the conversation just like goes to like where we like silent for like 2 seconds. Oh, I guess that's it, fellas. We out. Like what?
I don't know what y'all thinking. You know what I'm saying? Real dude uprising said angles
beat pressure. There's no like I hate when people get those sayings in their head. That doesn't always mean like people say, oh, the double jab will beat the right hand. No, I could not let you throw that second jab and crack you with a right hand, or wait till you throw the second jab and then crack you.
I did that shit a whole fight.
Exactly.
With one hand.
I love to hear the other coach say that because now it's like I'm like, oh, okay. And then after I crack him with this right hand, I'm gonna wink at you. Like,
because that double jab beat my right hand that I hit him with. That's right.
Yeah. Like I hate when they get that angles beat pressure. Like I hate when they get that in their head. Like them sayings, them cliche sayings. Like there's no one way to do stuff in boxing. And the people that actually experienced it, like us, like we know that. Like people to sit on the couch and just hear other people that they respect say something. You know what I mean? Like that's not how it goes.
Nah, because when Steve started to talk shit, man, he's like funny with it when he talks shit. He's like a sarcastic, disrespectful motherfucker all at the same time.
Stop talking from the couch, man.
Disrespectful. I just keep it real. Like I'm not gonna bite my tongue. You know what I live by? You know what rule I live by? See me or sue me. You're gonna lose either way. That's how I feel.
Hey,
like, you got a good lawyer.
You better not have one of them expensive motherfuckers sue you though. They'll turn you out. It's like no.
What they gonna get though? That's what you gotta say. Man. What you gonna get, man? I ain't got shit. Fuck it. What you gonna get? You sue?
That's why you lose. That's right. That makes sense. Yeah. Like
what you gonna
go ahead, expensive motherfucker. Spend all that money that you got. I'll just sit over here and say, hey, I ain't got shit to give you.
The answer said you sitting on the couch right now. That was a good one to answer.
Motherfucker, you sitting on the couch right now.
You talking shit sitting on the couch right now.
That was thugged out.
But you got an Allen Iverson picture as your thing. Talk about boxing.
I was just about to say talking boxing.
We talk about boxing.
Not practice, nigga.
Not practice.
Yo, I want these two to keep going at it. This shit is must see. I want to
angles beat pressure. How about this? How about you bring somebody in the gym? How about you go in the gym and try angles against me putting pressure on you? I would love to see that work. I would love that.
it would just prove that who's ever better at the angles or the pressure is going to win.
How Steve got with Johnny that one time that Johnny said something about Gary sparring Steve, and then Steve took that shit personal and said it right in front of Gary. Said, "Man, I'll stop Gary in one round." I'm like,
and Gary's like, "Hey man, I didn't even say shit."
Like Steve got mad. Like
because Johnny brought me into. He brought me
with Johnny.
Because Johnny put me in it. Like he said something like,
he's just sitting there listening to this shit. Like, what is going on?
I'm like, I'll off myself if he gets out of one round with me.
You know what it is, man? Is that for the people outside of the game, right? The fans, it's easy for them to talk. Most of them can't even go 2 minutes. You put them in
a minute and a half, bro. A minute and a half.
There you go. They be huffing, puffing. It's
a real dude. All right, you want to say
to people like that. I'll be like, yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all these,
I guess this is what
all
he's
these
saying.
Prospects that they swear they're God's gift to boxing, but let them get cut. Let's see what.
Does anybody understand that?
Let's see what happens when you bleed and you can't see.
Well,
does anybody understand that?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
So let me
Can you read that out loud so they can hear it?
Oh yeah. All right. So angles beat pressure. A mashing fighter. I mean, I don't know, real dude, if you're from the UK or a different area, a different country, but he said a mashing fighter. So I guess he's saying, like, I don't know what a mashing fighter is. I gotta be honest, but he said a mashing fighter. I never said angles beat punches. Now,
did I say that?
No, yeah, I don't. Listen, let me say something as a coach, moderator. Let me just say something as the coach, as the moderator here. Let me say something.
What is going on with you, nigga?
It's fall. It's fall. You gotta change his picture. You got a sun visor on. It's fall.
So hold up.
Go ahead.
Everything beats everything in boxing if applied, right?
Exactly.
That's what I say.
Like I tell people, this is one of my favorite sayings that I have in boxing. The cross beats the hook beats the uppercut, and the jab beats them all. But at the same time, any punch can beat any punch, right? It really doesn't matter. Like, it's all about timing, and it's all about who can apply their style. Like, for instance, you have Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was a super aggressive fighter, beat Sugar Ray the first time, but then Sugar Ray beat him 2 times after that. You had a lot of aggressive fighters beat guys who, quote unquote, use the angles. So you can beat a guy with pressure if you're using angles, if the guy using the pressure is better at you using the angles. So it works either way. Angles, in my opinion, is just keeping a guy turning, right? Not sitting in front of him, keeping him turning. And don't get me wrong, that's how you beat a guy with pressure. That's one way.
But
right?
what about?
But it might not work.
Salido beat Lomachenko.
Huh?
Salido beat Lomachenko.
Exactly. Salido beat Lomachenko. That's true. You have a situation where the pressure fighter wins all the time, and then you got situations with the guy with the angles wins as well. It's about who can apply it. That's really how it goes down.
In boxing, it's always application. There's no doubt about it. It's who's better at putting whatever their best attribute at play 100% of the time. It has nothing to do. It's why I say styles make fights. Certain guys have a style using pressure that may cause you to panic as a boxer, and you're just not able to keep them off. Then there's other guys that if you try to pressure them like that, they'll run you into shots, kind of like Bud.
Who was those cards for?
Yeah. Who's Garrett? Who was the cards? Who was actually?
I'm pretty sure that was probably Crawford.
I'm going to say Crawford has to be up, but
yeah.
I want to know who's winning the cards. G, fine. Let me know.
Yeah, I like them little smooth fives to keep putting in there. That's what's up, G.
It just looked like I'm thinking that was probably Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford
Yeah.
was up.
Most
Crawford was
likely.
up.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially because it's a top ranked card. Like when,
Yeah,
when you think
But
about it and think about
it
the
was a
business of
hard
it,
fought.
when you
Oh,
think
it
about it and
was
think about the
hard
business
fought,
of
man.
it,
hard. It was, yeah. Say
it's
again?
like Crawford, like Porter can afford a loss because he has losses and he's tough, everybody knows it. But Crawford can't afford a loss.
Yeah, he's at the stage now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
he can't.
yeah,
Like
he
a
got to win
loss
everything.
takes him totally off of the square. You know what I mean? So like you're up against it if you're a Porter in that case.
What do you think about if what's his name? Fuck, bro. Keith Thurman came back to fight Crawford.
He ain't fighting Crawford. He
Yo,
wouldn't fight Crawford
look at
tomorrow.
both of these motherfuckers' faces when you said that. There's like,
Is
He
he done?
wouldn't fight
Fuck outta
Crawford
here.
tomorrow.
Thurman just done?
what?
What is he even doing, bro?
I mean,
What?
he's still, you see him working out. I mean, is he done?
He's over there
Working
doing
out
some
where?
Hindu shit.
Is this a fact? Sean announced his retirement from boxing. Is this a fact or is this a joke? There's no way I could see that. But anyway,
He might
nevertheless,
have.
super chat.
Emotional though. That might have been emotional reaction if he
See,
did.
that's the thing.
way,
I feel like
no way.
they shouldn't let fighters talk right after that. There should be somebody on the squad be like, y'all, chill. At least give us a couple hours. Because you feel a certain way after the fight, like that you might not feel after. You know, like
Especially after your dad throws you under the bus.
No doubt about it.
But I feel
Mhm.
like Sean. I feel like you know what? I feel like Sean takes that and took it. And he's used to taking it. I feel like he might not even have took it how we taking it.
Probably. He's probably used to the shit like I was. You know what I mean? That's true.
But
That's
I
true.
mean, he also did get out the house.
It's true.
He got a girl. He got his own house now.
Mhm.
So maybe he. I don't know. I don't know that relationship like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't
It's a
know.
tough pill to swallow though, man. Having your dad do that shit on pay-per-view, like millions of people seeing the shit. Thousands or
Whole
whatever.
world.
That shit's rough.
So,
That's rough.
so Sean Porter announced his retirement. It's official. I'm looking at it on the internet. That is unbelievable, man.
Well, it's like he never expected to get stopped for one. Then on top of him getting stopped, it's not like
really. His
But,
dad did that.
yeah, but he still got stopped, and his dad did it, and then threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
So he's probably
that's probably the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
After
what
his-
hurt him the worst. After what he, because you
what
can
else?
see he was just looking at his dad when his dad was talking. Like he had that look on his face, like
this.
Like really? And you know that hurts coming from somebody you love, man. Like there's one thing if somebody in the chat starts to say something. There's another thing when the person you love, you know what I'm saying, starts to say that stuff, man. That thing hurts, man.
Man.
That hurt. That it kind of hurt me. It hurt me worse than saying
no doubt.
Angles beat pressure.
No, I've never been vocal about stupid decisions in a
Here
fight.
you go. Here you go with that shit again. Yeah.
No, I was just saying.
Angles beat pressure, motherfucker. It was on the chat. It's true.
No, I'm just saying that hurt. That hurt me.
It was a cringe. It was like a cringe-worthy thing. Like, ooh, you know, like that. Shit. When he was saying it, I was in the court. I was like, oh,
now. Fuck it.
That's why he retired. He was like, this motherfucker just literally threw me under the truck, the bus, the car, everything. It's just the train.
You think he might have retired because Angles didn't beat the pressure?
Oh my god!
Or Angles did beat. Nigga, didn't you just hear what you just said? we just saw Angles beat pressure, and it was in the chat.
No, because
it was in the chat.
Porter was using the Angles
and the pressure, and I was about to say Spence, and Crawford was using. He was just using landing punches. That's the fuck he was using. No, but he was using Angles, like you said. You know what I mean? Angles beat pressure and Angles.
It's funny. Porter sort of reminded me of like a modern day Aaron Pryor.
Yeah, That's a good fucking. No, seriously, that's a good one because he is like that.
Modern
Coach
punches
Ant.
everywhere. You couldn't. He was a fighter's nightmare.
Hey, Coach Ant,
Straight
me and
up.
Eddie's working your corner.
Yeah, you can work my
And
corner.
Coach Anthony
if you don't stick to the game plan, I'm throwing you under the
work
bus.
my corner. I'll fight Kenny Porter. Y'all can work my corner for that.
And I'm throwing you under the bus if you don't listen to the game plan.
That shit in there and said,
I'll be more than glad to take that. I'll put his ass in retirement too, the same way his son retired.
damn, because he threw him under the bus. You gonna literally try to throw him under the bus though, huh? Ain't you, Ant? Literally. Get your punk ass under the bus.
If you don't listen to me and Eddie, though,
I'm
throwing you under the bus in the post fight.
Like, see, this nigga don't listen, man. And what's wrong with you? We eat breakfast at 1:30 what was that? The 1:30 diner every morning at 2 in and shit, and you ain't listen to us when we was trying to tell you what to do in the middle of the night. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with these dudes? They don't listen to us, man. We gotta do something about this shit, Steve. You know what I mean? We really do.
I couldn't imagine being I couldn't imagine being in camp. I remember when Paul was out there in camp with Kenny Porter.
Oh yeah, what was it like? He was
out there living in the house with them, and he was just like, Paul snuck out. It's like he was a kid. Like, this is Paul Spitafore, former world champion. Like,
he's like, man, I'm leaving.
I think he climbed over the fence or some shit. Like, it was because it was a gated community. Like, I can't remember exactly what the story was.
Oh my God. He escaped from prison.
And Mr. Kenny yelled at him like a kid because he's like, man, this is a gated community, this and that. You shouldn't be doing that.
He escaped from camp.
Yeah, he was in camp with him. Because they was trying to make him and Broner. They was trying to make Paul and Broner.
For real?
Yeah, they was gonna get him some. This was back.
Yeah, that's wild.
But they were trying to build him.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah, why I gotta put me in this shit?
Yeah, you know.
Look, what he's saying is true.
Steve,
what he's saying,
what he's talking about, right?
Listen,
that's basically what he's trying to get you to say, Eddie. Say it.
No. Check it out.
Eddie knows what it is. I was right there.
Listen, no.
Say it, Eddie.
What he's saying obviously happened, right? He used the angles and all of that because, Sean, especially, but really what turned the fight was him getting a little reckless and probably a little tired at the end. But yeah, in this situation, he used a little bit of space, some step backs, a couple angles on some check hooks, and it worked. No doubt about it. I think what we're all saying in this situation is that it's not always that way. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. It's who's better at what. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, you're right, real dude. You know what I mean? You're right. But it's just that what we're saying is there's a lot of people out there that say, it's like a jingle and shit on TV that you hear. You know what I mean? It's like a little catchy phrase, and it's nice to hear. But if you don't, it's like words don't have any don't mean anything until you put something behind it, some energy behind it. So it's like in this situation, yes, it happened, but you can't say a fancy word and that's it now. No, because there's another motherfucker out there that might kick your ass with pressure. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just the facts.
Well, I don't want real dude to think that I'm like seriously like I
yeah, real
I ain't mad at him
right now.
But like I do want to let him know like that's not like all of those cliche things.
Not feeling you. You heard?
Not
I say he in his feelings. He not feeling you right now.
Who, real dude?
He not feeling you. Real dude's not.
It's all right, real dude. Come on, man.
Come on, real dude. Real dude.
It's gotta be the most lit, funny live ever on earth.
Saying, like, why is his name Real Dude?
Because he's a real motherfucking dude. Nigga, what you talking about?
I'm just saying.
He's a real motherfucking dude, and he's uprising. So back up off his shit.
The realest dude you know. Do you hear Jay Prince going around talking about I'm a real dude? No, everybody just knows he's a real motherfucker. Just saying. And
let's not
and-
patronize real dude, please. Let's leave him alone.
he does have on a sun visor.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm just saying.
What am I hearing right now, yo?
Hey Pete, we go to the weigh-in.
Like, fuck
You
yo.
see your opponent. He got a sun visor on. What's your immediate thought? I'm just saying.
Is that like having a heart tattoo on your face or some shit? Is that what
like
you're trying to say?
That's like being a grown-ass man with a ponytail.
I don't know.
I used to have a ponytail, motherfucker.
I ain't
Talk
sad
about.
or mad.
Nah, real dude's cool. He good. Real dude.
Hey, cut the ponytail talk. I used to have one. Shit. I'm a real dude, nigga. Don't be coming
You
at
had a
me like that.
You was
I
untrustable.
had a tail though. Like, remember them tails and shit?
That little tail.
Yeah.
So tell me y'all don't agree with my rule. I don't trust grown men with ponytails. Untrustable.
You can trust me, all right? I didn't have a ponytail. I had, what do they call it? What do they used to call it?
You have a ponytail, you're automatically suspect.
Damn.
Motherfucker, hold up.
I'm
a legend. I'm a legend with the ladies, motherfucker.
Be careful.
Get canceled.
Huh?
Get canceled by a grown man with a ponytail?
Hey, Steven Seagal had a ponytail.
All right, hold on.
Remember him?
I ain't talking about hold up. I'm not talking about like the LGBTQT
What about mullets?
community. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about heterosexual men.
Yo, I forgot about that.
I'm talking about heterosexual men with ponytails.
Right. What about mullets?
Grown men.
What
over 18.
What about mullets? Mullets are kind of like,
I feel like mullet
nice
is
in the
like
back.
It's like a.
Don't fucking come
like,
at no mullets.
It's like
I had
a
mullet
Confederate
too.
flag wrapped up in a hairdo.
That's bullshit. Because I had one. You don't remember?
I mean, you did used to have. If you do let your hair grow, you do. He grows a mullet. Hey, Coach, if Eddie needs a haircut, he do grow a mullet. We don't trust people with rainbow lights.
Hey,
that was a good one.
You did have the lights on. Strobe
he
lights.
had a whole vibe when he first came in here. You saw him?
He just had put his shirt back on. That nigga had a stripper pole in there and shit. It's like, why you think I got this Willie Beeman shirt on, nigga? That's the closest thing I had to me. I just threw it on real quick for the live. Nasty bastard.
I'm sitting in here with my pregnant fiance. So
and you still think that we don't believe that y'all was in there like I don't even want to say
it. We was watching.
Get pregnant tonight? Why you was like right before
double pregnant, nigga. Double pregnant. You better stop with this shit. This is supposed to be about boxing, all right?
I mean, Groove, dude. I thought we was cool, man.
G.
Just
call him Triple G. Call him Triple G. He had a mean left hook to your nuts with that strobe light shit right there. That shit was cool.
Pete's like, what the fuck these dudes talking about?
I just said that too.
I forgot Pete was here, you heard? I forgot Pete was here. He was just sitting in the corner quiet as hell.
All right, but look at this. Let's take it back to boxing.
For a second.
You talking about, like, he's saying, all right, so you had to bet money on a fighter. Are you putting money on a guy that got a mullet or a ponytail?
Oh, you took it back to boxing for literally less than a second.
Any of y'all
a mullet or a ponytail
on a guy that got a ponytail or a mullet?
All right, let me think.
Well, Keith Thurman had a ponytail.
Oh, he did. And I know what you're going for. I say, yeah, I don't really fuck with Keith Thurman. Anyway, right? That's what you was gonna say, Steve.
He don't got no ponytail no more.
Oh, so he got braids.
I said the
I
same
mean,
thing to John David Jackson when
oh,
Clarissa Shields
yeah.
when Clarissa Shields was fighting Ivana. I said
Yeah.
you can't trust a grown man with a ponytail. I said that.
You said that shit.
I said I ain't losing to a guy with a ponytail. That's what I said. I don't care.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yo,
allowed to joke if I want to joke.
yeah, you are. I wish I would have heard that shit. I swear to God, I wish I would have heard it. I did not
You have a
hear
ponytail
that.
when you was fighting Pete because you real quiet right now. I'm thinking in my head, maybe Pete
Back
had a
then,
ponytail.
back then, when we were teenagers, everybody had that joint.
Yeah, see? Punk
See?
ass nigga. I had a ponytail too.
Not a ponytail, but a tail. Everybody had
Yeah,
that
see?
tail on the back.
I had
That's
a
not
tail.
a ponytail though.
That's not a ponytail, but it's
That's
still
not
a
a
tail.
ponytail.
That's still a tail, motherfucker. It's like,
That was the look at one point, though, even though I never had it. I remember that look.
Hold on 1 second.
hey. Oh, here it is, the lights again. God damn, Steve. we could do without the lights. Why? You think that's in his bathroom? This is for all the shit he used to talk about me, yo, and he still do, yo. He still do. I'm hitting it.
I really underestimated Steve's funniness. He's funny. Steve is funny, yo.
That's all right. You get that shit from me anyway.
So yo, check it out. Back to the business. So
That's what he was here for the whole time.
What does Crawford do now?
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I like that. What does Crawford do now? Shit, I don't know. Right now, he
got to fight Arrow, and then maybe if he wants, stick around and fight.
Are they gonna do that? Is that gonna happen? Arrow ran out of there quick, bro.
I think it was.
You don't think he left more so because he was like, all right, I seen what I got to see, let me just leave?
I thought that.
It could be. It could be. It could be.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's the only fight out there right now.
I took it like he was like, man, I saw everything I need to see. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that one, that fight, that's a huge fight though.
Oh,
it really
man,
is.
The fight, man. That's the Canelo OG of the welterweight division. Like that's
1,000,000%,
bro. We gotta see that. I mean, I'm gonna slightly go with Crawford, man. I just think he'll make the adjustments needed. I just think,
no doubt.
I think Crawford will beat Spence in a close fight, just like tonight, and like something like tonight.
Yeah, I mean, well, the one
I
thing
don't know
though,
about a stoppage, but maybe a decision.
I think the one thing about Spence and with other fighters that Spence has fought who have been pretty good offensively and good fighters in general, with the exception of Sean Porter, their punch count goes to the basement when they fight him. Like this dude overwhelms most of the guys he was in with. Like even fighters that were good, like Kell Brook. Like when Spence fought him, the beginning of the fight was a little bit rough. Like Kell was in the fight, but then as the fight wore on, Spence put him in the, I don't say put him in the ground, but his punch count went down a lot. And it's like he seems like he snatches the will a little bit from him. He has a good complete offensive attack. I always thought his defense was a little suspect, in my opinion, early on. I don't know about now. I ain't paying attention enough to the recent fights that I was watching him, but I feel like he has a busy attack, and it's not like Sean Porter. It's a little different than Sean Porter. Does he punch hard enough to get Crawford's respect? I'm thinking obviously yes, but how would he deal with Crawford? You know what I'm saying? Is more what I want to know, is what I want to see. But he's a busy dude, and he throws punches and he throws heavy punches, a lot of power punches, lands a lot of shots, keeps people busy. So I would like to see how that would affect Crawford coming from Spence. A little different than what obviously, or a lot different than what Sean Porter brought.
Right. Yeah, he don't waste punches. That's what I like about Spence. Mm-hmm. Everything is calculated.
Mm-hmm. And he still throws a lot of them.
So you think Spence will beat Crawford?
It's a tough call.
That's a tough one to call, man.
It's tough. It is tough. I ain't gonna lie. That's a tough. That's right to call.
I saw stuff today, and I mean, I always like Bud, but it was funny because I was looking at the same punch that I knew that he was gonna catch Porter with. So, but it's funny when you see two southpaws fighting, it's a whole different game.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing that makes Crawford a little bit of a challenge, more of a challenge than normal. In that kind of a situation, when you think of like a stance versus stance, is that he has the ability to switch and fight effective on both sides. So, so for him, it can be like he'll be struggling one way, and then the other way will open up the door for him. And I think that's what makes him special, and that he's able to adjust his style based on stance sometimes, which is crazy. You know what I mean? And then on top of stance, aggressiveness versus like being, pulling off the gas and fighting from the outside, using the jab, southpaw jab or orthodox jab. It's so much for you to figure out. And that's why I think that Boots is going to be really difficult, because Boots has a way of throwing. It's like a Mike Tyson type situation. Mike Tyson would throw punches from angles that were like, what the fuck? And where did that shot come from? Because he fought so free with his movement that he could throw punches from southpaw, orthodox, square. And I think Boots has a lot of that with a different little twist to it, and really slick defensively too. So, and he just does that seamlessly. Like there's no practical, I'm going to stand this way and then I'm going to adjust and stand. No, he literally, while he's throwing punches and slipping shots, will switch from one stance to the other. And that situation makes him look like water. Like literally like water fitting into a cup or wherever the hell it's going. And that really makes it, for me, like that maybe that kid might be what's going to give Bud the biggest challenge, because he's going to be like looking in a mirror, but an even sharper mirror. You know what I'm saying?
I doubt they're ever going to fight.
Maybe not. But if he did, that would be interesting to me.
He a couple of more fights in them, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
against who though?
I like what I see though.
No, we're talking about Crawford. Crawford and
No, I'm saying against who. I'm wondering like who could.
No. Boots. I was saying Boots.
That's what I'm saying. Who could? I'm asking like Pete. Like who could you see Boots fighting that's gonna give him a test?
You guys
like,
close, man.
That he won't blow out like he just did.
Yeah, like Boots has no choice but to either step up or like there's nobody in between for him. I would like to just see him fight Virgil Ortiz, like now. Like you know how they want to build.
I don't see how. I don't like.
I'm just saying, like that would be a nice like battle of the prospects. You know what I'm saying?
That'll make him look like. Make him look like even more of a like he'll be Kanye. Well, he'll be a billionaire. He'll look like a billionaire. You know how they say. You know how they say you make him look like $1 million. He'll look like a billionaire that night.
Virgil Ortiz is a good fighter too, man.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That style is
tailor-made.
Tailor-made. God. Oh my God.
It is in a degree, but there's part of Ortiz that he really throws some good punches that he will land on Boots. And I mean, we need somebody who's going to land on Boots for us to find out more. Like Boots got hit like 3 times in the last 6 fights. You know what I'm saying?
Like, once you get hit, man.
We gotta find out. We gotta find out how he reacts to somebody who's really trying to.
You gotta see what's in the ticker, bro.
Lipinets hitting.
Yeah, Lipinets, and not only Lipinets, but the last dude
compared to these guys. Don't get me wrong, Lipinets is a real fighter at his weight, but compared to these guys, we're talking about Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. He need to fight a bigger guy. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. I mean, I can kind of.
The thing is, Keith Thurman ain't gonna fight him.
He need to. Yeah, that would be the perfect test for us to see, like a Keith Thurman. Even
that would be a good test.
That would be good. That would be great.
That'd be a good test, even though I think Boots beats
Danny
Curry.
Garcia.
I think he'll stop
Danny
them.
Garcia, I doubt Danny takes that fight.
I know he won't take that. That's
If I was Danny, I wouldn't.
2 hours.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
That don't make sense for Danny.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all.
but
If
Danny
he wins, okay, you
promoting
be a
his sister
prospect.
and buying real estate. That's all he's doing now. He ain't fighting.
Yeah. Look,
Those the only guys
enjoy
left.
your money, bro.
I mean, those the only guys left for somebody like Boots is the top guys. There's
That's
no.
true.
I mean, you got but you guys got a belt. I don't know if he'll get a chance at that belt.
I don't think you guys
The
want
only
that.
other guy is you guys. You know, you guys is a solid guy too. He belongs.
He
I would
is
like to see
solid.
him fight him.
He's solid, but he'll get destroyed, and that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But he will get.
I want to see it.
like. Hey, huh?
Oh, fuck.
I'd like to see it too. I would
They
like to
won't
see
let
it
him
too.
fight.
I just think he'll
They
get
won't let
picked
him
apart.
fight Crawford or Spence. So
Well,
Fuck it, man.
what do you think will happen if he fought Broner?
Who? Boots? Man, listen. Don't. Look, I like. You know, Broner has so much talent, though, man. He's got a lot of ability and a lot of shit. He just he screwed himself late on.
Stop Broner?
Huh?
Then he'll stop Broner?
Yeah, he'll stop Broner. He'll stop him. For
Yeah.
sure. He'll stop him. And it's because Broner still he's gonna be believing in all his shit until he get hit with some shit that he ain't never seen. He gonna be like, bro, look, this
you know
might not
what?
be for me no more.
No,
I'm telling you, bro. He's getting stopped. Straight up. Because first of all,
I don't think he would stop trying.
he'll stop. No, that's why he's gonna get stopped. Understand what I'm saying? The way as offensive as Boots is, how many punches he throws, how he's throwing the punches, the angles he's throwing them from. That Philly shell that he's trying to pull off, trying to do the Floyd, that shit ain't working, bro. He's gonna get hit with
Yeah,
shit
you're right.
from millions of angles, and he's gonna be like, you know what? Either I'm stepping out this motherfucker, or he's gonna get me out of here.
Hold on, Eddie. I got a surprise for you. Who doesn't agree with what you're saying about Broner?
Oh, is it him? Hey, what's up, man?
Is it him? He thinks yeah.
What's up, B? What's up, AB? Oh goodness! Oh God! It's the bird. What's up? What's up, bird?
Nice going tonight.
What up?
Hey, I gotta say something first, bird. I don't give a shit what you say. He's stopping Broner. He's stopping him, bird.
I don't know about that one, man. Stopping Broner?
Look at my face. Look at my ugly face. Look at this shit. I don't believe nothing you saying, nigga. That's what I'm saying right there with that face right there.
Did Mikey stop Broner?
Huh?
Did Mikey stop Broner?
Mikey is a 135, maybe 140 pounder. We talk about Boots. It's 147 pound, 5 foot 10.5, 5'11", knocking people out that came from 140 that ain't never been stopped.
What weight did they fight though?
147.
And Mikey Garcia just lost to who?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Stars make fights, man, but you know.
That's true.
Hey, Billy.
And this,
Runners are fights.
I say, hey, Billy.
Yeah, I don't know about Billy. Yo, if you want to see Billy, Steve, if you want to see who Billy really, you got to pull up the Tyson Fury. What the big?
Oh my God,
bro! That made Billy famous.
I do like what he said though. It was funny. It was just funny. It wasn't necessarily true or right.
Fury versus
Deontay Wilder. It was Tyson versus Deontay.
What did he say?
And Billy said, and he said, man, if these dudes wasn't 6'9", they'd be working at Walmart. Hey, you know what? It's not. I don't think Tyson would be working at Walmart, but Deontay, if he didn't have that power at fucking 6'7", he might be working somewhere. Maybe not Walmart, but he might be working for a living for sure. But I didn't necessarily agree with it, but it was funny when he said the shit.
Fights. Angles beats pressure. We get
Oh,
it.
I like that. That's it. We came right back with that shit. Yo, this was a fun live. This is a fun live, really. Yo. Everybody putting their 2 cents in this shit.
Browner got lazy hands.
And those lazy hands is gonna get him put in a fucking pine box because that's exactly what's gonna happen. He gonna get fucked up in that fight. I'm telling you.
And he
I
locked
am
up.
telling you. Huh?
He's facing some type of charges or something now, right?
Who's that? Oh yeah. I think so.
Broner again?
Case or something.
I think I did hear something about him in the summer.
Broner?
Yeah, I think. Damn, he can't get out his own way, bro. Yeah. That shit's crazy.
He's always talking about how he's gonna go sell these bricks. What the hell's wrong with this kid, bro?
Man, he said that.
He said he's gonna go sell some bricks.
He said it on TV. He didn't say that on TV.
He said it on an interview.
Yeah, he said it.
I don't. He was at somebody's fight. He's like, "Yeah, nah, man, I'm talking."
Coach Anthony, what you doing? Decorating? What the hell you keep moving this around for?
But he wrong for real.
He redecorating.
He really said that shit?
Yeah, he
Yes,
said
sir.
it. I think it was
That shows what type of mentality he has. You know what I'm saying?
what persona, but he said
He's
it.
starting to believe his own.
He meant it.
His own crazy shit because he
Well,
gonna get put in.
you know what? When people have a lot of money, like, and then it dwindled down a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember what Ricardo Williams did?
Yeah, I do remember that.
You
That
know what
is
I mean?
right.
Look at what the basketball players did. They just got busted. Getting that they did what did they was doing something getting insurance claims or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of basketball players like.
Yeah, Big Baby was Big Baby.
Big Baby was his Big Baby, huh?
Him. He was one of the more notable ones.
Wow.
There was like 8 of them, I think they said.
Why don't they just I don't know how old they are, but why don't they just get in shape and go play overseas or something? Get a couple $100,000 doing that instead of honestly.
Yep.
If you just get your ass in shape, you have that, or you try to learn how to talk. Go to some classes, get some information that way. Learn your sport enough or more, and talk about it on TV. Find other ways of getting money, bro, because that fast money is tough. You get your ass put in jail for that shit. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate these dudes do that. Like, listen, I don't give a shit what happens. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to prison. Look at me. You know what's going to happen in prison? I'm gonna have to fight every night. Keep them off of me. And I ain't trying to have none of that shit happen. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that, but look, we don't even talk about that, but I'm just saying I ain't trying to go to jail. All right?
So that's the only reason you don't want to go to jail, because you don't want to be nobody's girlfriend, Eddie.
You goddamn right, motherfucker. I ain't being nobody's bitch. I ain't gonna have to be the squirrel master to protect me, motherfucker. I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Nasty Nate ain't coming after me. I'm staying out here. You know who look like Nasty Nate? Bird a little bit. Bird look like Nasty Nate over there.
Nah, for real, he look like Mark Henry.
Hey, Garrett, why you saying shit, man? No, I ain't say too. No, I am. Goddamn right, I'm too sexy for prison because I ain't trying to go there. Hell no, I ain't trying to go. Even if I'm not, they gonna make me. They gonna try to make me anyway.
Quick question: were you a pro when they allowed? Because I know boxing was big in jail. I had a former trainer. He started pro boxing in jail. Were you of the era, or did you start when they still allowed you to go to jail to spar?
No, I never did that. But I heard before it was. I think that was in before the 90s.
Before you turned pro.
Yeah, I think that was in the early 90s, the 80s, maybe, or something like that.
That was when Bernard. Around the time Bernard first turned pro.
So it was like early 90s.
Because remember, there's videos of it online. Big Rob.
Right.
He was one of the ones that orchestrated it, our manager.
Oh, cool.
That's true. Yeah.
But before we were with him, that Graterford prison.
Yeah, Graterford, I think. Yeah, I think I heard. I think that was that was. I never did. So I mean,
there's actually some dudes here in Pittsburgh that were they say that they were up there sparring and all of that.
Yeah. My dad, remember he was telling us about that was way back though. That was back in early 80s, 70s, you know what I mean? He was doing that was back then. I don't know about later on beyond that, but that's what I heard he was telling me.
Well, you remember that old movie Penitentiary?
Yeah, I do remember that. I used to actually like that when I was a kid.
I mean, so I guess that was a thing back then.
Yeah.
It's a shame they don't have that. You know, it would you know, be a great motivator. You could come out and, you know, be a pro, be a great amateur.
Yeah, should be a, you know, show it for the rehabilitation process would be obviously there'd be some incentive to really shape up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Get out of that, and it would keep you from doing the alternative shit to get money, because that's a lot of times where you get you put in there. You know what I mean? Aside from the rapist motherfuckers.
Well, I feel like if you had like a violent crime, I don't feel like you should be able to.
That's a good
You
point.
You shouldn't get an opportunity to hurt nobody else.
Yeah, even legal.
I mean, you could get hurt too, but like I don't feel like you should get even that. I don't feel like you should get that leisure.
Aren't you in jail?
Yeah.
They already.
But you feel like what you
I feel
saying?
Like that's leisure.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Even though it's boxing, but people love it. You know what I mean? It's like being let out to play ball or any other sport. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's boxing, I guess I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? It makes sense not to allow somebody just to be able to, oh, I want to box, so now I get like to get out sometimes, even to see the world, even just to fight, because that is leisure.
And get gratification.
Yeah,
like,
and credit. Well, I think it all depends on the violent crime too. Like, you know what I mean? Like sticking somebody up, taking some shit from them. I mean, it all depends on if we know what the intent was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess you can't see that or tell that, but you know,
all
if
right,
it's
well,
like
if this is the case, then R. Kelly should get out and go to the studio.
Fuck no, because he did. You know, I ain't got no opinion on that shit.
Yeah,
I ain't got no fucking opinion on it. Because I mean, all right. If I'm gonna say this, like this motherfucker was taking babies, like Michaela's
He wasn't
at the age
kidnapping them. The parents was handing them over.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You're grown. Hey, Steve. If I brought Michaela to you and said, "Yo, here's my niece. I want her to learn how to sing. Can you teach her? Can you work with her? And you take her and you put her in a fucking back room and you going in there peeing on her and shit every now and again. That shit ain't that shit ain't cool regardless. And you keeping her there and she don't want to leave because she's scared that you might come. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
But Eddie, he made the world's greatest though.
He did make the world's greatest. The world's greatest pedophile is what he is.
Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love.
Step in the name of loving your daughters.
And I can just look at Coach Anthony right now and tell he was doing the line dance to Step in the Name of Love. I could just look at him right now and tell he was doing it at somebody's wedding.
But he's not in jail.
It wasn't mine, was it? Better not have done that shit in mine, Stan. Not with no R. Kelly playing, niggas. Yo, this shit went way left. We started talking about R. Kelly and, you know, Broner started.
He was scared.
He's in jail for racketeering. He's not in jail for doing anything underage. That's how the media messes you up. He's not in jail for doing anything underage. He's in jail for racketeering. Regardless of how he did the racketeering or crossing state lines, he's not in jail for anything underage. It's how the media makes you view it. He's not in jail for doing anything underage. So it's like we have this persona of him, and then, you know, you take it back to the early 2000 tape. I never seen the tape, but if you viewed the tape, you know, if you
we seen the tape.
Huh?
Yeah,
we seen the tape.
That nigga was peeing, man. He was really peeing on people.
Because there's more than just that on the tape.
That's technically.
There's more than just that on the tape.
Huh?
Like there's more than just that on the tape. Like he had sex with the girl.
Yeah.
And then walked to the other end. Then walked to the other end and peed on her. And then it flipped to a whole nother girl. And he eats her ass for like 15 minutes.
Garrett is crazy, yo. He still got them hits, huh?
Huh?
Gary gonna say R. Kelly still got them hits.
Somebody said free R. Kelly.
And somebody did say free R. Kelly. Like,
yeah, free R. Kelly, man.
I mean, if Bill Cosby's out,
to Elvis, man.
He said if Bill Cosby's out, that's fucked up.
No, I'm just saying, like I'm saying I don't think R. Kelly would do it again if they let him out.
Yeah, I fucking bet he wouldn't do that shit again.
Yes, he would.
I wouldn't do it.
We got a super chat. Mike Tyson in the building. Any tips on increasing my punching power? I'm hoping to compete in the Golden Gloves on January 7th. I got three boxes. I got 1, 2, 3 pro boxes on here. I'm gonna let them give you the tips. Eddie,
I'm just saying. Mike Tyson does not need any help figuring out how to throw punches and making them hard. I'm just saying. No, but I'm gonna let. I have no power, like everybody always said. So I'm gonna let the other two power punchers in this chat go ahead and talk. I ain't got no power.
Steve,
You heard me?
Steve, how do you increase your power?
I got 6 knockouts.
What the fuck did you say that for? You could have left that out.
Damn, Steve, you only got 6 knockouts? I didn't even know that.
You know,
I've hurt everybody I've been in
He's
the ring
competing
with.
with Paulie Malignaggi over there. See?
No. I hurt everybody I've been in the ring with, though.
All right, cool.
I just didn't get them out of there.
Pete, how do you increase your punching power?
You either have it or you don't, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean,
well,
you
can
can
work at
enhance
it.
a little bit, but you got to have it in the first place.
You gotta. There's execution of punches. A lot of one of the biggest mistakes that I see with a lot of fighters, especially these new quote unquote prospects and superstars, they throw a lot of arm punches.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't put their body into the shots. So it's the execution of the punch that's gonna give you that power plus the weight of your body with it. It's how you execute and throw and put that leverage of the weight of your body into the punch.
Yeah, I agree with him 100%. You know, power punchers are generally born, not necessarily made. Don't get me wrong. Early on in your career, you're going to get a lot of knockouts because a lot of guys aren't going to be up to snuff. But technique, how you throw your punches, the timing of your punches, things like that, understanding when to throw certain shots, all play a part. I've gotten knockouts in a heavyweight division, fighting some of the biggest, strongest, toughest dudes on the planet. And I've knocked some of them out. And I have actually had knockouts, believe it or not, against those guys. And obviously, it's technique. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? I have speed. Speed also is power. Mm-hmm. But I think it's being able to create opportunities to land clean shots. Exactly. And at times people don't really expect them and don't see them coming. It's always the shot that you don't see to get you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I fought the big 6'8" Alexander Dimitrenko. I threw a double jab and I looked like I was in a better position to throw a right hand, but I figured, hey, he may not expect a left hook as he's coming up from a squatted position at 6'8". He rose up, I threw the left hook, put him on his ass. Doesn't necessarily mean that I got the biggest left hook on the planet, because I don't. But I caught him in a good position. In the final round, we were fighting. I threw a 1-2-3. He didn't see the 2 and the 3 come. He was hurt, ready to go at that moment. So it's creating opportunities. You know what I mean? Open, clean shots that the guys don't see coming. I think that right there is, and I think guys like Crawford and the ones we see at the highest level, they get guys out of there. Even like Tyson, for example, Tyson Fury, who's not quote unquote supposed to be a huge puncher, but he gets a lot of knockouts. And he gets a lot of knockouts because of timing and because of understanding space and how to create the opportunities. I think that is the real key in getting knockouts and creating what you would call power. Because, you know, Triple G's and all of those dudes like that punch like that they don't come off assembly line. That's specialness. You know what I mean? And that doesn't happen with everybody.
Yeah, I agree with you, Eddie. And I just think the one last thing is just be in shape. You know, if you're in the best shape that you could possibly be in, you can get your body to do what you're trying to get it to do. And that doesn't mean necessarily just working your upper body for punching or your legs on your whole body. Work your whole body. Get your whole body in shape. Get your core strong. Get your conditioning, good. Get your heavy bag work in to really develop that technique and to work that explosion with your punches and just be in really good shape on top of everything these guys just told you about: technique, timing, execution of the punch placement. You got to put it all together. Boxing is a thing where you take all the ingredients to create the dish. It's not too much of this, you got to have it all. And that's really how you can maximize it. But at the end of the day, you can only go off the attributes you have. You know, some guys are punchers, some guys are slick, Some guys are counter punchers. Some guys are aggressive. Sometimes the angles beats the pressure. Sometimes the pressure beats the angles. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of everything. You feel me?
Yeah,
Also,
100%.
never look for the knockout. The knockout will come. Never look for the knockout.
No truer words have been said. That 100% is a fact.
Out of nowhere, I just threw a check left hook, and
Bang.
I'm like, what just happened?
That happened to me too. That shit happened to me too, bro.
Don't ever look for the knockout. It'll come.
Yep.
There you go, James. That was the best $10 you ever spent in your life.
Yes, sir.
And I gotta send y'all all $2 each. $3 each.
Thanks, Ant. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey man, that's what I gotta do. Where?
What's up, Bird? What's going on? What's going on, Bird?
Pointing stuff out.
Can I ask you a question, Eddie?
What's up?
Was your power better on meat, pause, or off the meat?
Bastard. All right, I'll say this. When I went to the UK, I ate some of that Canelo meat. No, I'm joking. Pause. But no, but real shit. When I went over there and the way we trained, and I put weight on, but it was usable weight. I use angles. Yeah, I did, real dude. You fucking right.
Seriously, I need to figure out what Bird just actually. You said what? This power what?
No, what he's asking is being a vegan.
Being a vegan. Oh, he said on meat. I'm like, what?
Well, truth be told, you know what's funny? I had this conversation with Mo and with King Mo, and Mo has not real knowledge of it, like scientific knowledge of the shit. So he's like, on meat, there's certain enzymes, certain things you get from the meat, pause, that give you certain certain powers that kind of that you don't get from a complete vegetative diet, or like or when you eat only vegetables like I do. Okay,
there's no way you're going to come out of this good.
That's what she said.
I didn't mean to say. I'm trying not to say meat and shit like that. All right.
There's no way. There's no way you're handling this good.
I'm trying. It's Bird's fault, yo. He asked me the question like he did with the meat call and shit. Like,
is it true that the plant-based diet makes you feel weaker?
No, it doesn't make you feel weak. It doesn't make you feel weak.
Eddie, I guarantee you. No, you look weaker now than you looked when you was over in the UK.
No, not 100%.
You look like Arnold Schwarzenegger over there.
But you know why? You know why? It wasn't the meat, bro. It wasn't so much just. It was the calories that I was putting in. If you like we talked about, Ant, if you do the macronutrients right, even with plant-based food, you're still gonna get the results. You may not be as motherfuckers, man. Stop laughing, man. Yo, why did this dude? Would you rather use angles or?
Yo, Billy really opened up the door for this one, yo. I think that was.
Why is she doing this, yo? Why is he doing this, yo? Oh my God!
He really opened up the door for this one, bro. Like he got a serious face, Billy. Look at Billy's face.
Oh shit!
Like he don't know what he just did. Like
I'm trying to be real serious about this.
Nah, me too.
But y'all with this whole
Everybody's
meat,
trying to be serious.
Yo, it's not possible with these dudes sitting these.
Hey, why don't you be the
You bet you look baked.
About veganism? Why don't you be the poster boy of veganism? Become a world champ as a vegan and prove us all right. Like you would be the leader of a new generation if that was the case. If what you're saying is true.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing about being a vegan and what I've done, and staying away from the meat. Pause. Right. Mm-hmm. You actually feel more energy. Most people will say,
get up with his thigh and put his thigh in the camera.
Pause, Ant. Damn.
Come on, man. He just got to put his thigh in the camera. We talk about meat and vegan, and he gets up and put his thigh in the camera.
Come on, man.
He hit you with the 80s thighs, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
that light
he's
skin
ruined
ass,
my life.
that light skin ass thigh and
He
shit. Like
ruined my life.
that shit almost blinded me with that
Fucking
shit.
Umbro. It's fucking the Umbro shorts on. Oh.
This is crazy, yo. Listen,
What were you saying?
I forgot the goddamn question. No, what the hell's going
He
on?
just got up and just put a fucking thigh in the like, come on. Come on, man. Come on, Coach Ed.
Yo, you were wildin', bro.
You should have said pause before you got up. Like,
Like, what the
Yo, I'm done with you, bro.
yo,
Yo, I'm crying.
not like I did. Hey, not like I was crying when Ant got mad. When Ant got mad at fucking NBA Jam, he wasn't crying like I was crying on that shit. When we this nigga.
Hold on,
But
did
anyway,
you just bring up NBA Jam? Y'all
yo,
was bored, y'all playing Sega?
hold up.
They had to-
What the fuck? What's going on
Yeah,
here?
hold up.
What's
Hey,
going
real
on
shit.
when I'm not around?
Listen,
What is
the
this?
camp for Gerald Washington was one of the most fun camps that nobody ever attended. I'm trying to tell you, this nigga
It was
was
full of thighs
classic.
and NBA Jam?
Nah, we ain't play no thigh shit. Nah, we wasn't doing nothing like that. We ain't have no exposed
can't
thighs
tell.
and that. Nah, none of that shit happened, bro. But check it out. This nigga was playing NBA Jam and he swore that when you go to the ball, you had to press a button to pick it up. So he would go, and every time he went into the ball, this nigga, I swear to God, he jumped and he started flipping out. And
The
it was
little running shorts.
and hey Steve, he
He looked
sounded
like
like
a tennis coach with those shorts on.
y'all just fucked my story up, man. I can't with y'all niggas. This is fucking crazy. Like a tennis coach, though. Hey, how many crying motherfuckers are we gonna have on this video? Like, what we doing?
I felt the two of them shits rolled up. As soon as I got up, you ain't see I tried to
You tried to roll them down. Yo, you can't. Yo, and you shouldn't be wearing the shirt with those shorts, bro. Like,
Man, come on.
you going now that Team Chambers shirt is gonna be roped into the same shit with them shorts. That's kind of fucked up. Even if it matches. Like, goddamn, like, I can't get that shirt. Them shorts was with that shirt. Like, this kind of fucked everything up. Man, come on, man. I'm trying to sell
Sales
these
went down
bitches.
drastically. They took that stock right off the market. It went down. It crashed.
I guess I'm gonna have to get the Team Chambers hats then, I guess, huh?
But you know what though, Eddie?
What's
He
up?
did some of the most disheartening shit.
What I do?
Hold on, Eddie. We got a
This-
real question.
All right.
Oh, Ramon, yeah. Honestly, man, Ramon, I have no idea.
Got the vegan shorts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's some humble wisdom right there for your ass. yo, and I'm glad I got some sweatpants on. I can thank God for that shit. And I'm not ever letting that shit go past my fucking chest.
Like it.
I thought so damn late.
Oh,
They are fucking
firing on
Coach Simmons.
They're about to hang up on everybody.
They're about to in the chat like, fuck this shit. My shorts is beautiful. John Stockton.
I knew I should have cut this live off an hour ago.
You should have kept that shit above the chest. That's what you should have did, nigga.
Damn, Coach Ants on the Utah Jazz.
Yo, somebody say you got them John Stockton shorts on.
Look at the picture. He got the same shorts.
Oh, shit.
That's fucking even crazier because Magic was 6'9", and he had them same size shorts on that fucking John Stockton had.
Oh shit! Damn, Coach Ant.
Hey, look, well, let's end this shit off with we ain't trying to make Ant like
man. That
you know
shit,
what I mean?
But hold up, I got a story for y'all.
That shit was funny as shit.
So I got a story for y'all.
Please don't tell some shit about me.
After Ivana Habazine fought Clarissa Shields, right? We all go out to eat after. We go get pizza and all this.
Motherfucker, I know what you about to say.
We're waiting for our pizza, right?
This motherfucker again. Yo.
We all get back to the table, so I'm thinking everybody got pizza. And, you know, I look around and pretty much everybody got pizza. Eddie comes over there with this little ass plastic spoon. This motherfucker is putting cashews on top of hummus and eating it like it's a meal. Like, I didn't even want my pizza no more because I'm sitting there looking at this dude like this is a like what? You're in Atlantic City, 3:00 in the morning, and you're eating hummus and nuts. And then there's people there that don't know Eddie. So I gotta explain this. Like my brother, he's a little eccentric. You know what I mean? He be doing some suspect shit sometimes. Like I'm like,
no. Hummus is delicious, motherfucker.
Tell me that didn't happen.
It happened.
This is a true story. This is a true story.
Hummus is a man's meal, motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. Don't be trying to. And why are people laughing at this shit, yo? That's not funny.
Just heard him say that. It's
a man's meal, bitch.
That's gotta be. Hummus is one of the worst creations ever known to man.
Let me tell you something. If you, I think what the day's still remember that. But look, for real. Listen, let me tell you something about hummus. Let me tell you something about hummus. Hummus is delicious, and hummus is a man's meal. Why does he not put on love with nuts? And then you gonna put $2
if you don't stop putting that long ass Arsenio Hall finger on.
I got here. There's a finger for your motherfucking ass right there. Nasty bitch. And hold on. I can't believe you gonna sit there and say that shit. You had to bring that story out though. The hummus and the nuts and shit. He's a motherfucker.
Eddie, what's hummus taste like? I've never had it. My mom used to eat it, but I've never had it.
I don't even know.
Please, what's it taste like?
Honestly, it's I don't even want to say.
We appreciate you
because whatever I say, Bird, is going to incriminate me. So I plead the motherfucking fifth. And it's the only way to go in this situation. Because as soon as I say, "Oh man, it tastes like chicken" or some shit. Oh, this nigga ate chicken hummus. I just ain't fuck that.
Don't try to mix hummus with chicken. Nah, and then this is the thing. How gingerly he held the spoon, the little ass plastic spoon. Like he put it together. Like
so, what you saying?
He put
what you saying?
Look,
I had my pinky up when I was holding the spoon and shit,
he
nigga.
Would get a spoon full of hummus. And then put the nut on top of it, and then
and why you gotta say the nut like that? Though?
Because that's what you did. You put the
but
cashew
you don't have to say. You could have said the
hummus.
cashew on top. The nut sounds suspect. You understand?
Hey, but the whole thing was suspect. That's why
it wasn't suspect, nigga.
The whole reason I told the damn story. Don't do
the shit was
like
magically delicious, nigga. I don't know what you think you talking about. It was
see
good.
That, Coach Anthony? See that?
Hey, I'm talking about the
Coach
food.
Anthony looking at you like that. And
no,
he got up with his thigh out. And he's looking at you, suspect.
How you gonna look at me suspect when you got the thigh and this nigga got the strobe lights? So y'all, you can't say shit, Steve. You got the stripper lights on in there. You know what I mean? You got a pregnant woman in there. You got stripper lights on. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? You just put your shirt back on. Stop acting like you wasn't dancing and shit in there. Like, you ain't
I'm done with this. Is that magically delicious?
That shit was magically delicious, nigga. The fucking the motherfuckers, the hummus in the cashews, nigga. I didn't say nuts. I said cashews, though.
Damn,
Don't get that shit confused, nigga. Let me fix my hair, nigga. But that shit was like that was.
Wake
it was
your bitch ass up, Lucky Charms.
that hummus and them fucking cashews was magically
What
delicious.
even possessed
nigga.
you to pick that up in front of us?
What?
Like we had just left from a world championship fight.
Well, I
And
felt like I was trying to have.
Spot. We're in a pizza spot. And
I
you
was
picked
trying to
up
have
we all waiting on pizza.
Mm-mm.
You picked up a little thing of hummus.
I wasn't trying to have that.
Cashews.
I wasn't trying to have that dairy having like a nigga running to the bathroom. No, I don't fuck with dairy. I mess with hummus, okay? Hummus is delicious.
Did you at least eat it on pizza? Or you didn't even mess with the pizza?
Man, fuck pizza, man. I don't fuck with pizza.
He grabbed hummus.
You don't eat pizza?
No, I do. I'm lying. I'm talking shit right now. But I don't eat it with the cheese,
Presbyterian.
though.
You don't eat pizza with the cheese.
Yeah, nigga, no dairy, brother.
Whatever that vegan thing is, Presbyterian, whatever that is.
That is a fucking hospital. What are you talking about, Steve? Listen,
what is it then? Presbyterian, that's what you said you are.
No, pescatarian, goddammit.
Whatever.
And pescatarian is when you eat fish sometimes. Well, when you eat fish. I don't eat fish that much, but sometimes I do. But I'm not whatever the hell you try to say I am Presbyterian. That's a goddamn, what is that? That's a I forget. That's a goddamn religion. I fucking
up on that one.
Yeah, you damn sure did. You sound real fucked up and suspect there too, motherfucker. You got a suspect brain right now, nigga. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you shouldn't have said that shit. Not on live. No, but for real. We went so far off of what I don't even know what we was talking about in boxing. I forgot who fought. Damn. Like, who the fuck fought and shit?
Oh, so next week we got Teofimo Lopez fighting
God, you see, the shorts is squeezing your legs.
What's the kid's name?
Oh, no.
Cambosis.
Cambosis. What y'all think about that?
I think he better wear some baggy shorts.
Hey, Coach Ed, I can talk, but can you take your leg out the screen? Like move the camera.
I can see that shit.
Move your camera.
Oh no, that's his arm. That's his arm. My bad.
Nah,
anyway.
His arm is sitting on his leg. All right. No, all right.
Good
I don't
Lord.
know this Cambosis dude. I'll have to go look him up because I really don't know him. Like, has he fought anybody else?
Not that I know. Not any. I watched some clips on him. I don't think he could do it, but people are saying they think he could win.
He's nice.
Can he punch?
Somebody said Cambosis is winning.
John Smith, he's in the.
Oh, they said I got the upset. Oh shit, the answer. We talking about practice now, motherfucker. You said he got the upset.
I got Teofimo winning the fight based off what I seen from Cambosis on YouTube, but
they said
Teofimo might not be all the way like focused. I feel like he's been doing a lot of like parading outside of the ring, like him and his dad. His dad, I feel like, will be another one that would do that shit that
Kenny Porter
Mr. Kenny just did.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think it'll be the other way around, right? He'll let his ass get hit too much, probably.
No, not that. Not stop the fight like that. I'm saying maybe
throwing him under the bus.
Oh, like throw him under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, maybe say some shit like, but I don't see him stopping it like that.
I don't know, man.
Neofimo been partying, flaunting. I don't think he's focused.
And then a week after that, you got Devin Haney fighting
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I think Devin Haney got enough to beat him, because I don't think JoJo Diaz has, like, he's good, but I don't think he has that dominating power that's gonna make Devin Haney have to like second guess shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he has some pop, but like not enough to make Devin Haney not be able to comfortably outbox him.
I want to ask this though. What y'all think about of all the guys in that division? Talking about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tank,
Gervonta.
Teofimo. Yeah. So of all of them, who you think you got winning if they all?
I'm taking Tank over all of them.
I was saying the same thing. I just think he's too sturdy and explosive, man. He's explosive. That kid's crazy.
We got to throw Shakur in there too, though.
No. That he's the only one.
He's 130 though.
No, but if he's
in that realm though. But
right, I was thinking the only one.
I'm still taking Tank.
The only thing about that fight, that's what I'm saying. But if Shakur can get respect from Tank, he may fuck around and outbox him. He might fuck around and outbox him.
The thing is Tank ain't respecting nobody. You gonna have to knock him out to make him not come.
And yeah. But if he can, but he's slick enough. Shakur's slick enough. You know, he make you miss enough, and he keep that space.
The problem with Tank is he gives up rounds, and if he doesn't knock you out,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He gives up rounds. He gave away rounds his last two fights.
Yeah, he does do that, and if Shakur gets that through that fight without getting caught with anything crazy, who knows, bro? That's the only thing.
Shakur can steal a decision.
That's what I don't think. Honestly, I don't think Devin Haney can. That's my opinion. I think Devin Haney could box and he could do a lot of stuff. I just don't think he can.
Devin Haney's a pretty boxer, man. He's real pretty boxer.
Yeah, but look what I'm trying to tell you.
I feel like he has that pop to demand.
He's not going to be able to keep. He's not explosive enough to get respect from Tank like that. He's not. I don't believe that. I think Devin Haney's good. Like you said, his beautiful boxing, that he has and all, but I just don't think Ryan Garcia is going to get caught. And as soon as Tank put his hands on him, that's a game. Teofimo though, that's a because. But I seen Teofimo at the end of that fight with Lomachenko getting touched, and that would make me think. That's what made me think if Tank hits him with something like that. I know.
Don't say it like it's just a regular hug.
100%. I think Lomachenko fuck around, and if Lomachenko's in the picture, he fuck around and beat them all too. But what I'm saying about that is, I seen that the ability for him to be moved and to be rocked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
think about it. If we want to mention that, Lomachenko wouldn't have. I mean, really, if you add another round or two to either one of his losses,
yeah, I mean,
maybe we're not sitting here talking about Teofimo. Maybe we're sitting here talking about Loma.
That's true. That's
really,
true.
He was about to get rid of Salido, but Salido had a good enough lead to win the fight. And the same thing, but the other thing is Teofimo stepped up too. When
he did in the 12th. Yeah,
I agree. 12th round, he stepped up. Don't make it like he just wilted like.
But I think Tank is bigger, and Tank is more explosive than Lomachenko. Lomachenko got the boxing ability and the skill to do all of that shit. We know that.
I've never seen him in person, Lomachenko. But I know Gervonta Davis is small as hell.
Yeah, but he is small. He's small, but in that division and with the rest of those guys, he's putting his hands. He's hurting them dudes.
Who you got?
All of them.
Two?
Huh?
Shakur.
I take Shakur against him
all day.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Shakur.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Definitely agree with that.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Garcia is explosive too, and he makes a lot of mistakes. He's still I think he's still in the developmental stages.
I
That
just think
kid needs
that
some things.
Those punches with his chin up in the air, saying,
Yeah, 100%. Luke
I
Campbell
just
put
think
him on
that
his
the
ass.
thought process ain't.
"Bro, let me tell you something. Luke Campbell pissed that fight away. If he would have jumped on him, he would have took him out.
Yeah,
That was
he might
the
have.
first time he ever hit the canvas. So
Yeah.
you know, that's when you gotta take advantage of those opportunities, especially to these guys that have been knocking everybody out. Now your ass is on the floor. What you gonna do? And now he's putting on you some more. But he didn't. He didn't
take advantage.
He wanted to play it safe and got his ass knocked out.
There you go. Sometimes you gotta put that's why sometimes you gotta put your foot on the gas.
You gotta
opportunities there, you gotta take it. You know what I mean?
Instinct. But that kid is there to get hit. You can close your eyes and throw the left hook, you're gonna hit him.
That's you see what happened though. I mean, Luke Campbell's a good fighter though. Luke Campbell not bad. It's not, but it's at the same time, Luke Campbell's not on the level of the dudes we talking about.
Nah.
And what he did to him. Now we know styles make fights. We all understand that. But like I said, regardless of whether it's styles or whatever, he's not on the level of those dudes. He's a good fighter, but he's not on that level.
No way.
So
hey, I don't know. Luke Campbell and
he could
Devin
fight.
Haney, that's a good fight.
Yeah. No. I think David Haney will come out on top in that. I think I think Luke Campbell's. He's really skilled, but he's not like
he got more pop than Devin Haney.
He got more pop than Devin Haney, but I don't know if he has enough like to overcome the skill gap. In my opinion, I feel like Devin Haney better skill fighter, and I feel like he'll be. I feel like that may change. Change things.
Pause.
Motherfucker. Yeah, it ain't just me. Motherfucker. You sipping on the hummus a little bit too much, nigga.
Nah, don't.
All right, guys, I gotta go. It's almost 3:00 in the morning, man.
Yo, straight up. Yeah, we be here all night talking shit.
All right, Pete. Thank you for coming on, man.
All right, bro. My man, take it easy, man. All right, great. Yo.
Yeah.
What you doing here,
We've been on here for a minute, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm gonna put you on live if you don't get away from me, real
girl. Nigga, Coach Anthony redecorating this shit. Look, he just keep moving us around.
Oh, Coach Ed, the redecorator.
All right.
Because we talking boxing and all kind of other stuff that we probably.
Eddie gotta go. He about to get barked on.
No, don't laugh too much. And you lucky you got a nice little room and shit. Like right now, I'm about to get my tripod set up and get my room set up and all that. But right now I don't have it.
He still hasn't used it, but all right.
No, I'm gonna use it, bro. Like I just gotta set the room up, bro. Give me a second, man. I gotta get the office and it's in the developmental stages. You know what I'm saying? Like it's coming. You know what I mean, I ain't got the strobe light in there. You know what I mean? Who needs that shit? Oh, Steve, my bad. You still on? What's up, bro? You know what I mean? You don't want to have parties in my, in the room going to live and shit with a stripper pole in the back. You know what I mean? What you doing here, honey? Little girl.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna end it on this note, man. Before Eddie go ahead and get chopped up, we already had he got wore out. Guys, say thank you guys, everybody, for coming in. Y'all got the crack jokes on us, you know what I'm saying, for long enough. I mean, thank you, Steve, for setting that off for everybody. You know what I mean?
It's my fault.
Sure is, kind of.
Dig some dirt up on Steve. Don't you worry.
Hold up.
We're going to dig some dirt up on Steve. Me and Eddie going to have a nice talk. We'll figure something out, Eddie. Don't worry, man.
Listen, all you got to do, dog, is just wear shorts below the knees, and we good. We don't care about that shit no more, bro. Like,
Coach Anthony brings his bodyguard. He got the strap in his pocket. He ain't never took his hands out. He got a strap in there. He's like, I wish a motherfucker would.
He's like, I got my shank case shit jump off in this
Like he
motherfucker
ready.
right
You
here.
just see he's just
Yeah.
chilling in the back with his hands in the thing.
Yeah, that's Bird right there. I tell you what, Bird is a strong dude for real. Like I got in there and
That's
like,
Mark Henry, of course.
yo, he's a strong dude for real. Like you
World's
get in,
strongest man.
he one of them. You know what I mean? He looks sturdy. You understand what I'm saying? He just looks sturdy. So he'd be a good person to have walking next to you, even if he couldn't fight. You know what I mean? He still would scare a lot of people. You know, not that you ugly, Bird. I ain't trying to say that.
So
I'm
that
just saying
means that
you
you ready to
scare
go to
people.
prison now as long as Bird go?
Yeah, as long as Bird, yeah, we good.
So you'll be Bird's girlfriend.
I didn't say that, nigga. Like, what you talking about? What you talking about, nigga? You done took that shit all the way to the left. Like,
You said you gonna go to prison if he goes.
no, I said it would be good to have somebody like Bird with you, you know, for protection. You know what I'm
You hear how
saying?
that sound, Coach Ed?
Hey, it don't sound nothing like you trying to make it sound, motherfucker.
Man, listen, man, I'm out, man. Yo, thank everybody for pulling up. Thank you to these two guys. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all. I'll be on here tomorrow. No days off November, ladies and gentlemen. Every day November, I'm on here. Don't forget, man, to go ahead and go to the website and steal yourself a course. They're basically free. I mean, so go ahead and grab one. And I'll be back here tomorrow, guys. If y'all want to pull back up, to, crack some more jokes, I'll be here, man. If not, you already know. I'm out, everybody.